Welcome to Asia Rugby Championship 2022. I'm your host, Hannah Kim.
And I am Andre Jin Kokiard.
Andre, we are here at our rugby stadium in Incheon. How do you feel about today's game?
It's a beautiful day for rugby. Weather is perfect. The grass is green. Really exciting match about to happen today. Not only is it the 2022 Asia Rugby Championship, it also doubles as a World Cup qualifier. So a real big match. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we have a huge crowd tonight. It's going to be quite exciting. Again, 5 p.m., Hong Kong versus Korea. We'll see you there.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum.
Live at the Incheon Namdong Asia Rugby Stadium. Welcome to 2022 Asia Rugby Championship. I'm your host, Hannah Kim.
And I'm Andre Jin Kokiard.
And I'm Tony Manoa.
Today we have Hong Kong versus Korea starting at 5 p.m. And the last match between these two countries here at Incheon, it takes a little bit back in time, but it was 47-10 with Hong Kong in the win. And the last time in Hong Kong, it was 64-3 win, Hong Kong with the win back then as well.
It's a very big match today. It's going to double as a World Cup qualifier. So it's the first step, or I guess the second step in the process for Asian teams. A month ago, Korea beat the Malaysian team 55-10, and today the winner will go on to play Tonga in Australia later this month for a place in France 2023.
That's right. The Rugby World Cup Sevens 2022 will be hosted in Cape Town, South Africa from September 9th to the 11th.
So that's the Sevens World Cup, and today both teams have already qualified for the Sevens World Cup, and today we are at the qualification process for the 15s World Cup. Tony, as we see the teams are going to come out in a few minutes here, look at that field. Would you rather be up here or down there?
Definitely on that pitch. It looks pristine. I mean, pitches in Korea are pretty rough, so
yeah.
This is like heaven.
It's hard to find a green patch of grass here, obviously. A lot of people in a small landmass, but there's only a handful of rugby stadiums in Korea, this being kind of the showpiece stadium. It was built in 2013, I believe, for the 2014 Incheon Games, and since then it has been the host of all the international test matches and sevens tournaments for Asia Rugby and Korea Rugby.
We do know that July is quite hot in Korea, so it is quite humid outside, but the weather looks nice. No rain today. Green grass.
Yeah, and looking at the flags on the other side, this stadium historically has a bit of a swirl. We're a bit inland, even though we're at Incheon Port, we're a bit inland, and there's going to be some swirling wind at some point, so that's something the kickers are probably going to have to take into account while putting boot to ball.
We are getting closer to 5 p.m., about 10 minutes before 5 p.m. Again, we are at the 2022 Asia Rugby Championship, Hong Kong versus Korea. We're going to begin momentarily, but we have some interviews ready for you. Hello, fans. We have a very special guest here with me today. This is President Case of Asia Rugby. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can I ask you a few questions for
Sure,
today?
sure.
What do you anticipate for this game?
Look, to be honest, all of Asia is waiting for this game. You know, previously it used to be a big score between Hong Kong and Korea. You talk about 40 points difference, 30-point difference. So what we aim at Asia Rugby is to bridge the gap, and we all anticipate a very close match today.
Absolutely. It's been a long-awaited game coming up today.
Exactly.
How is rugby doing in Asia?
Rugby in Asia is doing great. You know, all sport, not only rugby, suffered during the last 2 years. But 2021 we had 3 tournaments, and this year we have a full calendar. If you go to the calendar, we had a tournament in Phuket in April. We have another tournament in Lahore in Pakistan. We have a tournament in Bangladesh, now in Korea, and coming in Jakarta in August. So, and the rest will come until the end of the year. So it's a full year calendar, and everyone is waiting to compete.
Absolutely. We have a jam-packed schedule ready for us in 2022. And last but not least, how is Asia Rugby working with Korea?
Yeah, see, I'm wearing a neutral hat, being a president of 36 countries. But what can I admit, that Korea is one of the targeted unions. They have a great potential. They used to have a great potential and will always have a great potential. It's only about the union itself, how they progress. From Asia Rugby perspective, we are doing all what we can do. We are providing them with technical resources. We are providing them with a great competition structure. And we had a good meeting yesterday with the Korean Olympic Committee, attended by Korea Rugby Union. So we are going to sign a very important MOU between Asia Rugby, Korea Rugby, and the Olympic Committee about women's rugby, because women's rugby in Korea is still suffering, but we are trying to overcome the problem.
Absolutely. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure.
Again, the game starts at 5 p.m. Hong Kong versus Korea. We'll see you soon.
네, 회장님 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
This is President Chae-yoon of the Korea Rugby Union. What do you feel? How do you feel about the match today? 오늘 경기에 대해서 어떻게 생각을 하는지?
우리가 2년간, 3년간이죠. 기다린 이 아시아 챔피언십에서 우리가 오랜만에 우승하기 위해서 지금까지 노력을 해왔습니다.
So it's 3 years since we've had a test match against Hong Kong, test match series in general. So really looking forward to the game today, and we've put in a lot of effort to make sure our team is ready to go for today. 혹시 이제 한국 럭비도 많이 발전하는 중인데 그 한국 럭비 발전 과정에 대해서 조금만 말씀드릴 수 있으면요.
제가 회장이 된 지 1년 반인데요. 우선적으로 선수 선발, 그래서 또 장기간의 선수 검증, 그래서 우리 믿을 수 있는 코치, 그래서 SNC 코치, 또 많은 뭐라고 할까, 과학적인 그 자료를 가지고 우리가 지금 훈련을 하고 있고요. 새로운 도전에 대해서 한번 오늘 빨리 결과를 보고 싶습니다.
So we're talking about the improvement of Korea Rugby. Mr. Cho has been the president for 1.5 years now of Korea Rugby Union. We're putting in a lot of effort here in Korea to improve the domestic game and the international game. Mainly with the national team, we've brought in full-time staff, very science-based training under the leadership of Charles Lowe, strength and conditioning coaches. We've put in a lot of effort, really looking forward to the game to see if that effort has paid off today. 마지막으로 뭐 한국 럭비에 대해서 말씀했고요, 경기에 대해서 말씀했는데 그 아시아 럭비 분들께서 한국 럭비가 앞으로 어떻게 기대할 수 있는지 좀 소감 부탁드리겠습니다.
우선적으로 이 코로나 상황에서 어려운 상황에서도 ARC를 열어주시고 감사하고요. 이 기회를 우리가 삼아서 2023년 그 아시아에서 일본에 이어서 우리가 월드컵 진출할 수 있도록 한번 도전을 해보겠습니다. 지켜봐 주십시오.
Finally, just what we can expect from Korea in the future. First and foremost, even after this tough times with the COVID situation, we're very thankful that this game has been able to open today. And furthermore, Korea Rugby is looking to qualify for France 2023 and be the second team along with Japan to make the World Cup. So really looking forward to Korean rugby in the future and enjoy the game today. 네, 감사합니다.
잘하자.
네.
Thank you once again to those leaders, Korea Rugby President and also Asia Rugby President. Now we have our athletes on the field.
You can see the trophy there, historic trophy. Used to be the Asian 5 Nations trophy, now the Asian top 3 Division 1 trophy, historic trophy, and that's what's on the line today. Just quickly going back to the two presidents, two men are in charge. They've only been at the helm for a couple years now, both for Korea Rugby President, and there they are right there, President Case and President Chae-yoon of the Korea Rugby Union. Two men really bringing rugby forward, both in Asia and in Korea, and really looking forward to rugby in Asia under their leadership.
Thank you once again for your interviews. And now look at that trophy, beautiful trophy right in the center of the field.
Time for a bit of a photo call, and then I believe we'll be into the national anthems.
We have Hong Kong dressed in red and Korea wearing their national uniform.
It's great to see the stands are a bit packed today. A lot of family and youth teams in the crowd, girlfriends as well, cheering on their boyfriends. Always play a bit harder when the girlfriends are in the stands, isn't that right, Tony?
Yeah, lots of support for the boys, and hopefully they go well today.
The national anthem of Korea.
National anthem of both countries. Again, Hong Kong in red today, and Korea wearing their peacocky colors of white, blue, and red. The last time Hong Kong and Korea were at Incheon, we had Hong Kong who won, and we'll see what's going to happen today. Let's take a look at the lineup for today. Number 1, we have Na Kwang-young. Number 2, Yoo Ji-hoon. Number 3, Kang Soon-hyuk. Number 4, Kim Tae-hwan. Number 5, Shin Tae-hyun. Number 6, Kim Yo-han. Number 7, No Eun-hee. 8, Park Jun-young. 9, Egon. 10, Kim Gi-min. 11, Kim Hwang-min. 12, Kim Yo-hee. 13, Lee Soo-kyung. 14, Hwang In-jo. 15, Chung Young-sik. 16, Lee Hyun-soo.
And for Hong Kong, you have number 1, Faisal Solomonov. Number 2, Alex Post. Number 3, Ashton Brent Hyde. Number 4, Mark Pryor. Number 5, Patrick John Jenkinson. Number 6, James Peter Cunningham. Number 7, James Nankivell Sawyer. Number 8, Joshua Mark Hirsch. Number 9, Brent Phillips. Number 10, Lynn John Hughes. Number 11, Matthew Worley. Tom Hill playing 12. Number 13, Benjamin Axon Burrett. 14, Charles Higgins Smith. And at fullback, Jack Neville.
And we have the referees all joining us from Japan today, neutral referees for this big Asian chess match. I would just say the national anthems took place, and there's no better feeling than lining up with the colors of your country, with your mates representing your country. A lot of passion in both sets of teams' eyes there, and they're probably really looking forward to this game. Final tactical and hurrahs there from both teams, and we're about to kick off and get started out here in Incheon.
Definitely the boys should be buzzing and we're ready for kickoff.
This is Incheon Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. If England and RFU have Twickenham, if Scotland has Murrayfield, and New Zealand and the All Blacks have Eden Park, we in Korea have Incheon Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. The referee has blowed his whistle, and here we go, ready for kickoff.
Kickoff.
Nice deep kick to the left. Hong Kong take it cleanly.
They set up just inside the 22, ready for a box kick.
Yeah, looks like they just want a clean exit here to start the game towards their game plan. Nice and high from the number 9. First test.
Oh, big tackle.
Looks like referees bringing back play for a high tackle there. Really high boot, great chase, but caught a little bit high was Chen Yong-shik.
Not even 1 minute into the game and we already see an injury.
This is going to be a big blow for Korea if Yong-shik cannot go on. Chen Yong-shik has been marked both by the Hong Kong team and the Korean coaching staff as a player to watch. Played a lot of his professional rugby in Japan as well. Came back recently. If we see this take here.
Oh no.
Direct contact to the head. This could be trouble.
Look, I think we're going to have to go to the TMO here. Slightly unlucky as Yong-shik did kind of lower his body position, but the rules are the rules. We cannot have contact to the head.
Number 15, Chung Yeon-shik, has been an ace on Team Korea. He's been making a lot of media headlines recently. We do hope to see he recovers quickly.
You want to say that's slightly unfortunate, Tony, but at the same time, you would want the winger there to lower his body position. I know he's a big lad, but you can't do that. It's early in the game. You don't want to see a card because it's so early in the match, but the referees might not have any choice here.
He's coming very high and he's not able to dip his body. And I think there's no choice for the referee. It's got to be a card. Yellow at least, maybe a red.
Okay, so they've gone upstairs to the TMO. Let's see what the referee is going to say to the captain here.
It's a high tackle.
The referee has made his decision.
No mitigation. Red card.
Red card.
Wow.
That's a massive call.
This is a huge call.
1 minute into the game.
So that means Hong Kong will be playing with 14 men with 79 minutes left on the clock. That has got to just flip the whole game plan for Hong Kong. If we see this here, you can see how the referee has made a point there, not under control and a bit high. Of course, World Rugby has really brought down the rule book with HIA and also with the high contact area. What do you think about that decision, Tony?
There's been a big emphasis on head contact, and that was a direct example of that. And yeah, playing by the rules, that's a direct red card, so can't argue with that.
First line out of the game, nice clean take. Lee-gun to straight into the centers. On debut, Kim Yeon-hee of NTT Docomo in Japan.
Good carry, gets inside the 22.
Hong Kong have done a good job of slowing that ball down. It's going to be a big physical match up front today.
It looks like it.
Switching play, but Kim Ki-min with, I guess, his first pass miss of the game.
That was a wayward pass, and I think he's just trying to get the nerves out, so hopefully it goes better.
There's Lee Se-pyong, also of the centers, playing his rugby for Mazda in Japan.
Probably a lot of tension. It just started. This is coach for Korea.
There's Charlie there, the big man in charge. He's been tasked with getting Korea Rugby on the right track. Head coach for both the 7s and 15s program. Probably the busiest man in Korea right now. Hong Kong with their first line out, straight into a maul. It's a tactic we've already seen twice here, Tony, the high box kick.
Yeah, they've been looking to try and pin Korea back in their, I guess, their 10-meter line and trying to contest. So see what Korea does with this opportunity.
Bit of space out here. We got the big ball carrier, Hwang In-jo. And in the early days, it's just about feeling your way into the game, isn't it? You want to get that first contact, that first shot in. You've got a 3-on-2 here, 3-on-1.
Opportunity. Ooh. Good cover tackle.
Would have liked to see that ball go.
I feel like there's a lot of action already. It's only 3 minutes into the game, and there's a lot of action. 0-0, Korea, Hong Kong.
That's Kim Kwang-min, the captain of the Korean team, coming off his wing into that sort of playmaking role. You'd have liked to see that ball go, huh?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to see if he can get through, but unlucky. Good tackle by the number 6.
There was a gap there, but it closed really quickly, and Hong Kong really good to get over that ball and win that turnover, and they kick forward now, and it'll be their line out. Coaching staff probably have a lot to chat about after that red card and trying to figure out how to cover that for the next 75 minutes or so.
Definitely, and the boys are going to be working very hard.
And there's Lewis Evans, of Scottish descent, I believe, the head coach of Hong Kong. Nice, deep Scottish accent.
Good rush defense from the Koreans, pushing up and getting the little knock on just before that.
Looks like the counter ruck was on, but before that there was a knock on at the line-out, I believe, or free kick situation. Unfortunately, we're seeing number 13 of Hong Kong down right now.
Yeah, Benjamin exit Barrett. Let's see what happens here. I think he cops a knee to the head, but he is going down to the ground, so it looks accidental.
Yeah, that looks a bit unfortunate. He was tackled and on the way down caught a knee for his trouble. Let's hope he'll be okay. He might need the HIA after that.
Definitely after a knee to the head.
Good chance here for the Korean boys and the Hong Kong boys to have a chat and maybe sort some early jitters out. Hannah, you're on the field earlier today. How is the weather, the pitch, anything like that? I know you're a big golfer, so how does that compare?
It was quite humid, I'm not going to lie. It was quite humid. It's a little hot in July in Korea normally, but I think it would be okay. It's cooling down as the time goes, as the evening passes by. The sun's going to go down about 7, a little after 7, so we'll have to see. But the game might end before then, so...
Yeah, I believe at kickoff we were looking at about 31, 32 degrees, feels like 34. Luckily, it is on natural turf. I remember playing test matches in Hong Kong in June at 4:30 p.m. and turf temperature was about 40 degrees. I'm sure both sets of players will be happy that this is being played in Korea on beautiful turf.
I think right now both teams are just kind of getting used to the field a little bit. It seems like a lot of action is happening all at once in a short amount of time.
So always the important moment here, Tony. The first scrum, the Hong Kong coaching staff mentioned the strength of the Korean scrum. They were just dominant against Malaysia.
Very much so. Let's see what they can do against the Hong Kong pack.
Good shove by the Koreans.
Big carry from number 12.
This was Tom Hill is a player to watch. He's been kind of highlighted as a Hong Kong version of Jamie Roberts, a big ball carrier in the middle of the field. Hong Kong's first opportunity here to get some phases together and attack. It's good ball speed there from Hong Kong.
Some big hits coming from the Koreans.
Little snipe here from the number 9. Oh, nice dominant tackle there. Nice little searching kick into the background. Very nice kick. Oh.
Wow, what happened there?
We're going to have to see a replay on that, but I believe it was a wonderful kick by the center there. A little grubber into a dangerous position. Wasn't cleanly cleaned up by the Korean player there, and looks like after a bit of a fumble, a try to Hong Kong. Let's watch the replay here. You'd like to see a bit more calmness here.
Right. The ball hits the ground.
In the process of gathering that ball, Kim Ki-min knocks it into the Hong Kong player, which then Yeah.
Tony, would you have liked to see maybe just Kim Kim-in just take that into touch? He would have been given away a 5-meter line out, but with that mistake, with that knock-on, it looks like Hong Kong was able to score. But listening to the referees now, I think they're going to see if there's a double knock-on there. After Kim Kim-in knocked the ball on, looks like the Hong Kong player might have lost it forward.
Right, that's a possibility. But again, to your point, I think he should have taken it out.
Yeah, this is a test match. Points are going to be hard to come by, so you want to see safety first. So this is definitely a first knock-on from the Korean number 10.
Forward.
That is forward off Hong Kong 10 as well, so I think this try is going to be cancelled.
It'll be a 5-meter scrum to Hong Kong.
Talk about some rub of the green there, a bit of luck. I think Kim Kim-in might learn his lesson from this play. Count himself very lucky.
No try. That was the first try attempt by Hong Kong. No try.
Luckily, we do have the video referees, and just like that red card situation, I think the right call was made by the TMO and the referees after looking at the replay. Hong Kong came close there. This was a great kick, by the way, just a nice little sniping, testing kick. And first test failed from Kim Kim-in, but count himself lucky.
I think he was hoping that it would roll out, but it stayed in, and just too much pressure.
Perfect weight. Hannah's a big golfer. That would have been like a perfect putt there, no?
It would have been.
So still a big opportunity to Hong Kong here. You've got a 5-meter scrum.
We're still looking at 0-0.
0-0. We're right in front of the Korean goal line here.
Very important.
Penalty. Interesting to see what decision Hong Kong will make here. Will they go for the line out, or will they take the scrum again?
I think they might back their line out.
Oh, obviously there is the chance to kick at goal for the 3 points. It is a test match. It is a one-off game. Looks like the way they're walking back, they are going to take the 3 points, or attempt the 3 points.
Kicking for goal will be Glenn John Hughes.
Not the easiest angle for your first kick, but it looks like they made that decision pretty quickly, so they are backing their fly half here and looking for the first points of the game.
Not much wind to speak of, so he'll have a direct kick, but also from quite a big angle, so tough either way.
It's a great shot there. For the first points of the 2022 Asia Championship final.
It's a decent strike, but it misses left.
Just hooked it a little bit to the left. So that means we'll have a restart with Korea, 22 dropout.
A missed kick by Hong Kong.
Striked it well, just pulled it a little bit to the left there. No problem with distance. Nice long restart from the Korean team. Let's see if Hong Kong chooses to counter. Up high. Another test for the Korean back three. That would be a knock-on offside, is it not?
That's correct. Another fumble by Korean number 10, Kim Ki-min.
We'll say with Kim Kim-in played very well in the domestic season this year in the OK Super League. He's a young playmaker. The 9 and 10 are both quite young players. Charlie has put his faith in the two young playmakers in 9 and 10, but so far not passing the tough tests. Hopefully he can kind of grow into the game. So it looks like Hong Kong has another opportunity for 3 points.
This kick at a easy angle, but still a ways out.
We do want to remind you that the winner of this match will be moving on to play Tonga, and the loser is eliminated from the World Cup qualification.
That's right. So Japan has qualified for 2023 after their heroic quarterfinal performance in their home World Cup in 2019. We're trying to get another Asian nation out there in 2023 in France. Really help Asia Rugby grow in the United States.
이번에는 들어갔습니다.
워낙 킥력이 있는 선수인 것 같아요.
네.
지금 킥에 날아가는 궤도들이나 높이나 이것들이 적절하게 딱 힘들이지 않고 찾는 모습들은 킥력들이 있는 선수인 것 같습니다.
네, 페널티킥 2번의 시도 만에 첫 번째 성공, 글린 휴즈가 성공해냈고요. 3대0으로 먼저 앞서가는 홍콩입니다.
2019년도에서는 지금 15번 번호 잭 네빌 선수가 사실은 10번 포지션에서 지금 뛰었었거든요.
네.
왜 포지션들을 변경을 했는지 그 이유를 알 수 있을 것 같아요.
네. 자, 이 두 차례 시도 만에 첫 번째 킥 성공이었고요. 다시 킥업으로 시작합니다. 3대0으로 앞서가는 홍콩이고요. 자, 28분 남아있는 전반전. 아직 대한민국 시간 많이 있습니다.
자, 지역적으로 우선 벗어나는 팀인 것 같습니다. 아무래도 한 명이 쭉 없다는 게 아마 큰 부담감이 가질 거예요.
또 시간이 흐르면 흐를수록 후반전으로 향하면 향할수록 더욱더 체력적인 소모가 부담감이 커질 수밖에 없을 텐데요.
그렇죠. 이제 한 명이 뭐 15명이 뛰는데 한 명이 부족한 게 뭐가 대수냐를 알 수 있지만 사실은 이 15명들이 한 몸처럼 움직여야 되는 게 사실 럭비거든요.
네.
그만큼 다른 선수들이 한 선수만큼을 더 띄워줘야 되기 때문에 많이 힘들 겁니다.
네. 차이로우 감독도 인터뷰를 통해서 원팀 15명의 선수의 하나의 팀으로서 움직이겠다. 승리 의지를 드러낸 바 있습니다. 다시 가운데서 몰고 들어갑니다. 짧게. 자, 필드 플레이 좋아요. 점점 밀고 들어갑니다. 파워를 보여주는 대한민국. 이건 야, 가운데서 다시 쟁탈전 치열합니다.
자, 포워드 싸움 좋습니다.
네.
지금 대등하게 이렇게 싸워줘야 돼요. 그렇다고 밀리고 있지 않거든요. 자, 이것들을 이건 선수가 잘 분배를 해서 백스로 잘 움직였으면 좋겠어요.
패스 페인팅. 이건이 왼쪽을 선택했고요. 다시럭. 이건 가운 들어갑니다. 유준. 조금씩 올라가보는 대한민국. 이건 강순혁. 뒤로 전개. 자, 발동을 걸고 들어가 봅니다. 이수평 선수의 돌파였는데요. 가운데서 파울입니다.
좋았어요. 지금 시도들 계속 좋고 페이지 플레이들을 늘리고 있습니다.
네.
경기 초반이기 때문에 이런 플레이들을 우리 패턴으로 가지고 와야 돼요. 지금 계속 이제 홍콩이든 대한민국이든 133 하나 포지션으로서 계속 포워드가 3명, 1명 이렇게 움직이면서 뒤쪽에 백들이 움직이는 이런 모습들을 보이고 있거든요. 그런 부분들을 잘 캐치를 해서 디펜스를 해야 될 거고 적절하게 그 빈 공간으로 아틱들을 해야 될 것 같습니다.
네.
신대한 선수가 사실은 좋게 움직였어요. 하지만 신대한 선수가 움직일 때 한 명만 더 빠르게 붙여주면 더 좋은 움직임이지 않을까라는 생각들이 듭니다.
네. 이수평 선수의 돌파도 인상적이었고요. 자, 조금 더 위치를 좀 더 끌어올리고 있는 대한민국입니다.
왜 이렇게 저희는 홍콩 선수들이 지쳐 보이죠?
네.
아무래도 날씨가 덥기 때문에 아마 양 팀 다 선수들 힘들 겁니다. 하지만 아마 홈이 있는 이런 이점들이 커요.
네. 또 이 관중분들, 이 대한민국 응원단분들은 아주 즐거움 속에 대한민국 럭비 대표팀의 우승 도전 경기를 함께 즐기고 계십니다. 29도의 날씨 속에 시작을 한 오늘 대한민국과 홍콩의 결승전이고요. 습한 날씨이기 때문에 선수들 많은 또 땀을 흘리고 있습니다.
훨씬 더 많은 땀을 흘리기 때문에 아마 후반전에서는 더 많이 힘들 거예요. 그런 부분들을 잘 이겨내야 됩니다. 내가 힘들면 상대편도 힘들 거기 때문이죠.
더군다나 한 명이 더 적은 홍콩이기 때문에 그런 분들을 잘 활용했으면 좋겠습니다. 20년 만에 우승에 도전하고 있는 아시아 럭비 챔피언십의 대한민국입니다. 스크럼. 브린 필립스가
이 스크럼을 좀 잘 봤으면 좋겠습니다.
네. 브린이 빠르게 건네줬고 킥으로 앞쪽을 선택. 자, 이제 대한민국 다시 킥으로 라인 쪽 벗어났습니다.
자, 그 앞에서 22m 안에서 찼기 때문에 참 위치에서 나간 위치에서 사이드 라인에서만 그 부분이 이루어지고요. 만약 20m 밖에서 차게 돼서 바로 저렇게 다이렉트로 나가게 된다면 찬 위치에서 라인아웃이 주어집니다. 정희 선수가 잘 적절하게 킥들을 찾은 것 같아요.
네, 주자 김광인 선수도 앞서 말레이시아전 A매치에서는 이제 최다 트라이 성공 타이기로 제 곁에 앉아 계신 이진우 강우태 교수와 어깨를 나란히 하게 됐기 때문에 오늘 그 기록 좀 경신해 줬으면 좋겠습니다.
네.
다시 캐치.
자, 마크라는 것들은 20m 안에서는 선수를 보호하기 위해서
네.
바로 막기라고 하면 바로 다시 그곳에서 다시 할 수 있는 플레이가 있거든요.
네.
그런 부분들을 보여주는 거고.
네, 태클 좋습니다. 이거 킥 이후에 달려갑니다. 야, 이건이 달립니다. 야, 앞쪽에서 다시 태클 이거. 자, 높은 위치까지 올라가는 대한민국입니다.
자, 이건 선수 국내 대회에서도 센스 있는 플레이들 많이 했거든요.
그렇죠.
선전진겸은 왜 말은 발음이 아니죠? 이런 부분들로 해서 잘 했는데 지금도 오늘 좋은 플레이 보여주고 있습니다.
네, 오케이 코리아 슈퍼 럭비리그 1차 대회 MVP 이건 선수입니다.
제 흐름들을 잘 읽어요. 이건 선수가.
네. 자, 뭐 대한민국의 공격을 잘 풀어주고 있고 지금도 분위기를 좀 가져올 수 있는 플레이를 보여줬습니다.
자, 돌파하려고 했지만
자, 이수평의 태클.
이수평과 김용희 선수의 이런 태클들에 의해서 결과적으로 턴오버를 만들어냈고
네.
자, 이건 선수가 볼이 움직이는 그 위치에 완전 선이 있었기 때문에 좋은 태클과 수비였습니다.
네, 갈증을 해소해주는 시원한 태클을 이건 선수가 한 차례 또 보여줬습니다.
아, 저도 이제 우선은 김용희 선수와 이수평 선수가를 국내 대회에서 못 봤기 때문에 조금 어떤 선수일까 되게 궁금했는데
네.
태클 잘하네요.
예, 좋은 태클을 이수평도 한 번 더 보여줬고요. 자, 3대0으로 뒤져있는 대한민국 정희영 볼을 캐치했습니다. 네, 스텝으로 제쳐냈어요. 들어가는 과정. 두 번째 선수의 태클. 자, 이번에는 마크 애쉬턴 가운데서 볼을 탈취하고 들어가는 홍콩입니다. 네, 태클 좋습니다. 김유한 선수가 한 차례 저지해냈습니다.
좋아요.
밀리지 않아요, 대한민국. 홍콩의 럭. 뒤쪽으로 전개. 네, 공격적인 태클 좋습니다, 강순혁.
자, 그 전에 업사이드 반칙들에서 어드밴티지가 주어졌었고요.
네.
디펜스 좋습니다.
자, 강순혁 선수도 강력한 피지컬로 홍콩 선수에게 강력한 인사를 건넸습니다.
지금 말레이시아 때랑 경기를 조금 보게 되면 조금 달라지는 모습들이 뭐냐면
네.
압박 수비예요. 이제 지금 홍콩 선수들과 볼이 잡았을 때 뛸 공간들을 없어주니까 오히려 움직일 공간들이 없고 놓치더라도
네.
좋습니다. 지금 계속 이렇게 압박 플레이를 한다면 선수들이 데미지를 입을 수밖에 없고 볼을 잡으면 언제부터 나한테 태클이 들어오지 않을까 이런 걱정이 들 수 있거든요.
네.
이런 플레이 계속 지속해야 됩니다.
그렇습니다. 말레이시아전과는 확실히 이제 선수 구성도 바뀔 수밖에 없는 이제 7인제 대표팀과는 따로 분할을 해서 팀을 본격적으로 운영을 하기 시작했기 때문에 좀 변화가 생긴 상황이거든요.
그렇죠. 8월 달에 남아공 월드컵들이 있기 때문에
예.
여기서 지금 다치면 월드컵에서 선수들이 못 뛰잖아요.
맞습니다.
그런 부분들을 한번 고려했던 것 같습니다.
예, 남아공 월드컵. 네, 이제 대표팀 선수들은 월드컵 준비 모두에 들어갔기 때문에 오늘 지금 이제 몰로 이어지고 있습니다. 밀고 들어가는 홍콩인데요. 대한민국 버텨야 됩니다.
자, 무너지지 않고 잘
앵글 지역까지 오고 있어요. 막아내야 합니다. 네, 결국 트라이. 홍콩이 첫 번째 트라이에 성공합니다.
강하네요.
네.
역시 포워드 플레이들이 좋은 홍콩팀, 전통적으로 그런 팀이었고 아까도 제가 이제 그 커버전 킥들,
네.
페널티 킥 차기 전에 사실은 이렇게 플레이들을 할 수 있는 팀이었다는 것들을 알고 있기 때문에 왜 거기서 그걸 안 했을까? 오히려 저는 감사하는 마음을 알고 있지만 강합니다 지금.
예.
네.
자, 이 강력한 피지컬 거의 뭐 유럽파 선수들, 유럽계 선수들이라고 보시면 됩니다. 영국계 선수들로 거의 다 구성되어 있기 때문에 자, 이 체격적인 부분들 또 몰에서는 그 파워를 한 번 더 보여주는 홍콩이었고요. 8대0으로 도망갑니다.
지금 앞쪽에서 움직여주는 홍콩 선수들의 움직임이 좋아졌고요.
예.
거기서 뒤쪽으로 차근차근히 밀고 가고 있는 이런 모습들 사실은 국내 대회에서도 지금 뭐 현대 글로비스나
네.
이런 모습을 많이 보여줬었는데 강하네요.
네.
지금 한편으로 다행이라고 생각하는 것들이 찰스 선수가 레드카드를 받게 해준 건 다행이라고 생각하는데
그렇습니다.
괜찮습니다. 지금 대한민국 선수가 충분히 다시 하나하나씩 따라갈 수 있습니다.
커버전 킥. 오른쪽으로 빗나갔습니다. 자, 빗나갔어요. 찰스의 퇴장 이후 이번에 자, 다시 한번 킥을 시도했던 글린 휴즈 선수인데 글린 휴즈가 오늘 3번 중에 2번이나 킥을 미스했습니다.
잘하고 있어요.
네.
오늘은 좀 편파해도 되죠?
그럼요. 대한민국의 우승을 원하는 경기이기 때문에 자, 오른쪽으로 빗나갔습니다. 다행입니다. 좀 더 가깝고 뭐 각도도 앞선 킥들보다는 좀 무난했던 킥이었는데 이 컨버전 킥을 놓친 글린 휴즈 선수입니다. 흐름을 다시 좀 가져와야 할 텐데요.
그렇죠. 볼의 획득들을 계속 할 수 있는 방법으로 지금 가져가야 됩니다. 지금 양 팀 다 좀 많이 습하고 덥기 때문에 조금 지쳐있는 모습들이 오늘따라 더 이렇게 제 눈에 이렇게 보이죠.
네.
그러니까 결정적으로 우리가 득점할 수 있는 찬스가 얻었을 때는 하고 나와야 된다는 결론이 주어지는 거예요.
네.
양 팀 다 지금 힘든 이런 모습들을 보여주고 있는데 조금 더 힘을 내줬으면 좋겠습니다.
네. 자, 대한민국을 응원하는 목소리가 커지고 있습니다.
As international broadcasters might say there's not many people in the stadium, that's because the far side of the stadium is not in the shade. Most of the people are here in the grandstand, the home stand.
We do have some people walking in, actually, though.
From the far side.
Right,
maybe.
right, with the sun.
Yeah. Koreans are known for not liking the sun. Not ones to work on their tan, so most of them are in the shade here.
Just to recap really quickly, 1 minute into the game, Hong Kong did get a red card, so that is a little bit of a disadvantage for them, but they are still up 8-0.
I think the difference so far, Tony, is Hong Kong's gone really well to the game plan. They've exited really well with hard carries. They haven't really played much rugby, but playing clinical rugby. Korea may be forcing the issue a little bit too much, and it's kind of bitten them in the behind.
Yeah, definitely. Their plan is just to kick deep and pressure the back three of Korea, and it's worked.
Oh, that is a
Ooh.
great take. That is an absolutely great take.
I think someone's in trouble. Might be another card.
You cannot tackle a player in the air. Again, a great box kick, straight to the yellow card. Hong Kong down to 13 men. Chun Yun-shik is taking another blow here. But, you know, he's one of the... I've played with this guy for a number of years, one of the toughest customers out there. He'll be okay. That was a world-class take.
The referee's decision?
Yeah, we're going to the screen here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there was no way he was going for the ball, and clearly an easy yellow, maybe a red.
His eyes were at the ball, but you know he did have time to get out of the way. If you're not competing for the ball there, you have to give the attacking player to the ball. You have to get out of that zone. There's a TMO decision pending. If Hong Kong lose both their wingers, there's going to be a lot of tactical reshuffle there, and Korea are going to be looking to attack those wide channels.
It's going to be a very big challenge with both your wingmen out, but
lucky for Chun Yun-shik, it looks like he did come down kind of on his elbow and shoulder and back there, so it doesn't look good, but I think he'll be okay. It's a nice soft ground here in Incheon, but he's going to want a little bit more protection from the referee, I believe. Sorry, was that too soccer-like? Apologies. I think we just heard yellow card, I believe, from the referee's mic. And now that means Hong Kong will be down to 13 men. So far, Hong Kong's been okay with the one man down, but... So confirmation on the yellow card. Yep, there he is. Matthew Worley in the sin bin there.
Yep, so Hong Kong will be without 2 players for 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back on after 10 minutes.
So if Korea needs to make a move, it has to be now.
You're right.
So they got 2-man advantage for the next 10 minutes
10
here.
minutes.
Both wingers, so you'd like to think that Korea would go wide.
Let's see the boys take it up first, and then...
Originally thought that was great maul defense by Hong Kong, but it was done illegally, so penalty to Korea.
I think maybe here they should go for a scrum, draw in the forwards, and then use the backs. They've got a 2-man advantage, so let's see if they can...
That's a great shout, and looks like Tony is part of the Korean coaching staff there. He just made the prediction there, and that's what the Korean pack has decided. As you said, you know, they're down. What do you do in this situation? Do you take one of your flankers and put them in the black line because you're down to only 5 backs, or...
Hong Kong?
Yeah, what's the game plan here?
Yeah, they have taken the number 8, and the number 8 is playing, I guess, in the centers.
Yeah, it looks like they've taken one of their forwards, put him in the back line. Also, number 9 is not going to be applying the pressure, so it looks like they're going to have 6 flat in the back line. against a full complement of Korean backs. The scrum so far has been okay for both sides. 8 on 7 here for Korea. You'd like to think they would take advantage of the situation. Korean player losing his footing. You can't roll like that. Mistakes really creeping into the Korean game. You just want to see them stick to the play, do the basics, just carry hard. No need for that extra roll there.
You're right. I think he just lost his footing. Unlucky, but then I think he just panicked. He just panicked and tried to gain a few more meters, make it easier for his support, and then now he's penalized. So
right now, individual errors really not helping the Korean team. They haven't really been able to find their rhythm so far.
Right.
Also, a few key changes to the team that played against Malaysia makes it quite difficult for the boys to gel. So,
Hannah, you saw that you were told that the Korean team had some pretty good prep before this game. I heard they were off in Japan before this game.
Right, they were training in Japan with semi-professionals in Japan for about a week after beating Malaysia 55-10 on June 4th. So they had a good rhythm going. We just wish they would bring that here to this game. Coach Lewis Evans has mentioned that they did monitor that game between Korea and Malaysia, but they're working on a different strategy this time around because their players have been in different places of the world. So they're coming together for the first time in a long time to actually work as a team. We'll have to see. But they're missing their two players already.
I had a quick chat with the Hong Kong head coach before the match, and he was pretty confident saying that they weren't looking too much at Korea, but mainly focusing on gelling as a Hong Kong team and planning to play fast attacking rugby. So far, it's more clinical, tactical rugby than an open pattern. Korea now with another chance inside the Hong Kong 22.
a big opportunity here.
Here we
number
go.
8.
Okay, it looks like another mistake here. Referee.
I think they do know that they have an advantage right now, so they're rushing a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
So it's getting a little choppy.
that's true. Very good point.
Rushing to make those 10 minutes. Something happened in those 10 minutes.
There's no need for that. If you
Right.
just stick to the game plan, there's plenty of time. You got to start chipping away now. You know, only 15 minutes and a half. Got to chip away, but you got to stick to the process, Tony.
I think this last 15 will be very big for both sides. If Korea can score a try or score any points at all, then that'll be big. But if Hong Kong can pressure Korea and score another try or a penalty, then they'll go into half-time very confident.
Hannah mentioned that because of the COVID policy in Hong Kong, they haven't had much time as a full 29 playing group to train. But it looks like Hong Kong is executing better actually than the Korean team right now.
Yeah, their set picks has looked good, and also their kicking options have been perfect. Good line out take.
Jin and Shik with a little kick in behind.
A good option.
A chance to counter here for Korea. Hong Kong knocked that on in the ruck. So advantage. Opportunity attack here. Lee Soo-pyung, the center. He's a bit alone there.
Rifles playing advantage, so back they come.
Yeah, Koreans a little bit slow to support their own player there, but a little bit lucky. They do have the knock-on advantage there from the good counter ruck. Offside. So coming in at the side, from the side from the Hong Kong player. So Korea will have a penalty in a very good position. Time to probably get some points on the board.
This might be Korea's first point.
They might be going for touch and setting up a 5-meter lineup.
Yeah, I think it's time to roll the dice a little bit here. You've got a 5-meter line out. We've also got a Hong Kong player down there and by the goalpost. Hopefully it's nothing too major. Again, still the number 11 still in the sin bin. Little opportunity for everyone to catch their breath, a little water break. one thing I will mention about the Hong Kong team is the last time Korea beat Hong Kong was actually in 2015. It's Hong Kong are highly favorites, and for a reason. The reason why 2015 is kind of an interesting date is because 2016 was actually when the elite rugby program in Hong Kong was founded, and that's to make the 15s program, like their 7s program, fully professional. That program is actually finished as of June, end of June last year. I think a lot of the financial downfall of COVID might have something to do with that, but with 5 years, really good success. Line out steal here for Hong Kong. But that program was created for Hong Kong to make the 15s World Cup, so they took their best 34 domestic players and 5 coaching staff and had a full-time program for 5 years. Good results, you know, they beat Korea every year on the bounce, but obviously with the COVID financial difficulties, they've decided to, I guess, cut that program and go back to a more traditional semi-pro model. The 7s program is still fully professional, but yeah, it definitely shows that, you know, bulk of these players are part of that EPR program, and it looks like they're gelling quite well, even though they didn't have much time together before this match.
Just recapping what happened. So Korea had a line out on the 5-meter line, stolen by number 5 Patrick John Jenkinson, who then knocks the ball back, and then the prop for Hong Kong dives over the line, and now it's a Korean scrum. So big opportunity again. Let's see if the boys can get the ball out to the backs.
A lot of opportunities for Korea to score in the game, but they haven't taken their opportunities yet. Looks like they've got a little set piece here with the centers very flat off the scrum. Let's see what they've got cooking up. It's a decent hit. Advantage Korea. Penalty at the scrum there.
I think there the halfback needed to get out much quicker than that. He took his time, and kind of another missed opportunity.
Egon is traditionally a bit of a sniping scrum half, but sometimes you just gotta let the ball go. It probably should have gone from the base there instead of picking it up. You gotta know the situation that you are in.
I think they are opting for another scrum, so you have time to make up the mistake.
Good friends with Egon. He's been telling me he's been growing that hair out, kind of bringing the flow back into rugby.
Luscious locks.
Yeah, luscious locks. If you see a halfback with that, you might want to put a shoulder into him, would you not? But he's a snipey character, good player, good young player. Been tasked with the number 9 position today.
I think all halfbacks are the same. They're quite cheeky, and you can see why.
Good platform here for Korea. Let's see if they can take their opportunities.
Try attempt.
Went for the kick pass, didn't come off.
Unlucky from the Koreans.
The ball has been a little slippery.
That's got to do with the humid weather. It's like a bar of soap out there. You got to say, Korea knocking on the door, but just shooting themselves in the foot. I think 2-3 lineouts already inside the opposition 22, a couple scrums. You just want to see them get to the basic rugby, create phases, apply pressure to Hong Kong. Went for something outside the back and then a kick pass. Maybe that's because the wingers are in the sin bin, but not applying any damage or pressure to Hong Kong right now. It's too easy for them.
I think they're just not playing simple enough. They need to go forward first before they can go wide, and at the moment it's just not working out.
And Hong Kong, with their disadvantage, they are holding strong. They are holding strong.
Line out here to Korea. Nice and easy to the front. Kind of a looping ball there.
This is better from the Koreans.
This is better. Just keep
nice
it tight.
direct running.
Move it forward.
Hong Kong very quick at the breakdown. Clearly a tactic to slow the Korean ball down.
They're holding on strong, Hong Kong.
This is facing the outside.
Opportunity
Here we
here.
go.
There it is.
Here
The
we go.
captain.
Number 11.
Can he finish?
Number 11, a try attempt.
No. He's held up.
As we know, you got to put the ball down. You can't
To
just
the
enter the zone. You
ground.
have to put it in the ground. got over the line, but great defensive set there by Hong Kong. Great scramble defense.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, Korea, it's first time they string a few phases together in the opposition 22, and with that man advantage, two-man advantage, they were able to find some space, but here's trouble for Korea. There's a man coming back on for Hong Kong.
10 minutes went by quite quickly. Number 11, that was Kim Hwang-min, captain of Team Korea.
It's a great little, phase play move there. Looks like they were going to go with the forwards. Went out the back, but what a great cover tackle there.
Made sure he didn't hit the ground.
The number 4 there coming in from absolutely nowhere. Mark Pryor.
Literally.
Look at that cover. That Lock making up ground, using his big body. Oh, this is a great defensive play.
Also, shout out to the halfback, Bryn Phillips. Great front-on tackle, and then the ability to hold him up was well needed.
Okay, so in-goal dropout, new rule. Opportunity for Korea to counter.
Awesome space here.
Okay, moving forward.
Oh, nice. You like to see that little play there, a little cute play, but almost too cute. Good tackle, good recovery. Hong Kong now, opportunity to counter themselves. Great step by there by Jack Neville. He is a slippery customer, that fullback. Now, opportunity for Hong Kong to get into a bit of rhythm.
The first time Hong Kong have had a bit of ball, let's see what they do with it.
Some big men running at the line there. Saw a little bit of bodies flying there, a bit of a counter ruck, but Hong Kong able to clean up their own ball. Tempo is slowed a little bit, probably looking to kick and get out of their area.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, nice high ball. This is something that we've seen all throughout the first half. Another test. Captain Kim Kwang-min passes that one.
For those of you just joining us, this is the Asia Rugby Championship 2022. We have 33 minutes into the game. About 10 more minutes left of the first half. Right now, Hong Kong is down one player with a red card. Here we go.
There it is.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Star man, the 7 superstar. We need to stop seeing these little handling errors from the Korean team for the sake of the game. Hong Kong with the chance to counter.
Great tackle from number 3.
What is a prop forward doing out there? Wow, what a passage of play. What a passage of play. You would think Korea were on their way to scoring their first try there. Just forcing that offload again, Tony, just not executing that final bit, that final knock of the ball. Hong Kong just clinical in everything they do so far. Picking up, great counter attack. The man who had 10 minutes rest coming on, scoring for the team. You know, that's what you need to do after you've had a bit of time in the sin bin.
He came right back, scored. Hong Kong 13-0 Korea. It almost seemed like Korea was trying to make that try, and then it just turned over right away.
They're just forcing the issue. Like, you can't force things too much in rugby, right? You got to stick to the basics. And Yunshik made a great counterattack there. Great opportunity to recycle the ball and go. You don't have to score on the first phase. What Hong Kong is showing is they're playing clinically. They're taking their chances and just taking care of the ball a bit better than the Korean team, and it shows. 13-0 with an this kick we think is probably going to go over straight in front of the post. You can hit that with your eyes closed. Should make it 15-0.
Another kick by number 10.
You know, I'm sure Charlie is radioing down some messages to the on-field staff there. It's just about keeping it simple, is it not, Tony?
Yeah, I think it's about patience. The boys are rushing to try and score some points and get on the board, and I think that's their biggest downfall, is just being too rushed and trying to force things, as you said before.
You know, it's called a test match for a reason. It's testing yourself at the highest level of the game. that's what Charlie Lowe said to me at the beginning of the game. He said this is going to be a big test for the Korean players. The biggest test he wanted to see was, number one, can they do the basic skills under pressure? So far, not doing that in this first half. And number two, are they 100% committed? We can't fault them for their commitment. What we can fault them for is their skill execution so far. But it's good to hear the crowd getting behind them. That's a good sizable crowd.
That's a big crowd. Huge crowd. Sun's going down slowly.
Okay, restarting play. Yep, it's like clockwork. Hong Kong with a great exit. Slight opportunity here. Just want to see them keep it simple and recycle this ball.
A little less than 3 minutes left in the first half.
That's prop Na Wan-young. We need to see more of him, or if Korea are going to be successful.
A lot of mistakes. A lot of little mistakes.
So far, this young halfback pairing from Korea not doing what's expected of them from the coaching staff. And another mistake, Tony. Can you explain that one?
Yeah, so he had to catch the ball inside the 22 for him to kick it out and for the ball to be played on that mark. But unfortunately, he took it back inside, and it's going to go all the way back inside the 22.
Coach Charlie does not seem happy right now.
You know, Charlie, I've worked with Charlie for 3 years as a player, and his biggest thing is just, are the Korean players able to execute when the pressure is on? It's a high pressure match, great opposition, something that's on the line. Charlie's not going to be happy because he doesn't ask too much from the players. He asks for commitment and skill execution. But so far, the players are letting Charlie down and letting themselves down, and they know it more than anyone else. A couple minutes here left in the half. Let's see if Korea can survive and turn things around in the second half. For the sake of the game, Hong Kong cannot score here. That ball was deemed to go backwards.
Oh, great tackle.
We can't fault the commitment and physicality today. That is something that's been on show today.
We're getting close to halftime right now. Korea 0, Hong Kong 15.
Hong Kong just keeping it simple. You know, they've got a man down. They're in good territory, in the lead. There's a turnover. You'd like to see Korea go here.
Maybe an opportunity.
Let's see if the captain can do something. Tony, I have to say, the Koreans are getting these slight opportunities. They're getting some go-forward ball, but quite slow to the breakdown, the Korean players.
It's been a long first half, I think. And if I was a Korean team, I'd be looking just to kick it out and just to go into halftime.
You got to say, it's probably something that the Hong Kong team has focused. They didn't give away too much in terms of tactics, but they're really slowing the Korean ball down. They're having good positive tackles and getting over that ball, and Korea hasn't been able to play at that up-tempo game that they showed against Malaysia.
Yeah, that's very true. I think just the simple mistakes have made it quite difficult for the Korean side to take advantage of, especially a pack that hasn't really trained together. They're really doing a number on the Korean pack.
And that was the halftime whistle. Hong Kong in the lead, 15-0 points. It is promising for Hong Kong today, it seems like, even if they are at a disadvantage. But we'll have to see what's going to happen in the second half of the game.
So next time the ball is dead, we will see the halftime. Just decision time here for Korea. You're in your 22. Do you try to nick something, or do you just get into the sheds and talk things over?
I think just get it out. But they're going to run it.
Little set piece here. Little loop in the centers. Get it to the danger man. Korea rolling the dice here. Wants some points before this half is over. Let's see if they can do it.
They still have a chance.
He has to be careful here not to give away a penalty.
Yeah. The ball is slippery, and you don't want to be forcing things on here. Point well made there, Tony. you had an opportunity there to just kick the ball out, reset. Things haven't gone your way in the first half. You're in your 22, trying to play out of your own half, not executing to the game plan. You're giving Hong Kong opportunity to go 18-0 into halftime in the lead with 14 men.
We do have a full 40 minutes to go, and that's enough time for 15 points. We'll have to see, though.
Just some Korean players isolated at the breakdown, and Hong Kong been very good at trying to poach that ball.
Look, if you don't win the battle of the gain line and you're not getting over that gain line as an attacking team, you are leaving the door open for the opposition to get over your ball, slow things down, and jackal that ball. And Hong Kong have done a great job of that in the first half to make those first up tackles, stop them at the Koreans at the gain line, and then hunt. And they're not hunting alone; they're hunting as a group. And this is already third or fourth penalty at the breakdown.
Hong Kong vice captain Hughes, number 10, attempting another kick, penalty kick.
He went left, he went right, he went down the middle. You would think at this range, straight down the middle, you would think it's an easy kick for him.
This is missed, right?
He's missed it. Korea can count themselves lucky there. We're going into halftime 15-0. You would think, the score could be bigger. Korea's also had opportunities to score themselves, but hasn't taken advantage. 15-0 at halftime here to Hong Kong.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum. Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum. Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting.
이것으로 대한협회에 대상 라이프사이즈의 감사 기념 공연을 마치겠습니다. 모든 박수.
홍콩 6번 선수가 플레이하여 점점을 획득하였습니다. He's in a penalty kick and scored 3 points.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
Additional points.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the highlights from the first half of our game here at the Incheon Namdong Asia Rugby Stadium in Korea. 2022 Asia Rugby Championship. I'm your commentator, Hannah. I am here with Andre and Tony. In the first minute of the first half, we did have a red card for Hong Kong, and so they are down one player. They're playing with 14 men on the field. That gives Korea an advantage, but they have been making some mistakes in the first half. We'll have to see if they can pick themselves up in the second half.
It's really simple for me, Tony and Hannah. I think with Korea, skill execution and not sticking to the game plan. So far, their skills have really let them down, and they've had their opportunities inside the Hong Kong 22, but they just haven't been able to execute. On the flip side, Hong Kong, no rocket science, just playing good territory rugby, clean exits from their 22, trying to play rugby in the Korean half and making the most of their opportunities.
We could say this is glass half full, half empty, but it is 15-0 Hong Kong, so there's still a chance in the next 40 minutes. It's only 15 points, but some would say it's 15 points. It's a lot of 15 points, or it's only 15 points. They still have a chance.
I think it's a big opportunity for Korea to come back. The boys will be fizzing and ready to go, ready to make up for all that, I guess, par performance.
Yeah, I mean, you just call it as it is. I've been in those camps with the Korean teams before, and I'm surprised at the low level of skill execution, to be honest, and that's probably something Charlie Lowe has talked at halftime. You'd like to see a quick turnaround and Korea to bounce back in the second half. If you're Hong Kong, I would say you're pretty happy with that half. You're down 1 man, you're down to 13 men at some point for 10 minutes, and yeah, you've kept Korea to 0, and to be honest, playing within the game plan and playing quite well.
Korea did play recently in June against Malaysia. They played a lot better then, but at this level, I think it's been a while. It's been a while for both teams to be back in the game at this level.
Tony, you mentioned right now, I can see Charlie and I've been in those chats, and with that hand gesture, what he's saying is we need energy. You guys are the finishers of this game. He's talking to the bench. He's saying we need you guys to impact. Get your boys ready. I think we should see some subs probably pretty early on in the second half.
Yeah, definitely maybe in the front row. 9-10 maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, this there's a lot of highlight about this young 9-10 combo from Korea. Really played really well domestically in their domestic league, but so far not doing the job. Bit more experience on the bench at 9-10. Maybe we'll see that change. Hong Kong to kick off, and right away turnover from Korea.
Just going off of what Andre was saying, number 9 Egon and number 10 Kim Ki-min.
Charlie is going to be frustrated at that. It was a clean kickoff, but just again trying to force the offload, giving Hong Kong an opportunity to attack right from the kickoff. Hong Kong too probably have probably a bit more positive halftime talk started well, but knocked the ball on. We're seeing a foot race here.
There we go.
Big Hwang In-jo.
Number 11, Kim Kwang-min.
So turnover there is a good heads-up play there by Lee Gun. It's one of the things he does well. He scans the field well. No one in front of Lee Kwang-min. Great cover play there by Jack Neville. Looks like off the hand of Neville and then off the boot of Lee Kwang-min, so Hong Kong line out. Almost like a goalie there diving. Yes, Hong Kong to restart with the line out. They've done this well, use the driving maul, not just inside their 22, but in the opposition 22 as well. Using those big bodies just slowly up the pitch. There's an opportunity. Korea's not putting body into that ruck there. It's a big captain there with a good carry. Ooh, nice hit behind the gain line. Just Hong Kong, just playing that game plan. If they're not going anywhere, no problems throwing that up.
The slippery ball again. It seems like Hong Kong, all the players, they know exactly where to be at what time.
Yeah, no, I mean their combination.
It's just great.
Combinations, and they're just all on the same page. They're Korea a little bit playing individually.
Yeah.
And these mistakes are really starting to creep in.
Great teamwork on Team Hong Kong for sure.
So that's number 5, Shin Daeon on the bench. Has that change has been made, it looks like, from halftime. And number 20, Choi Sung-duk, the army boy, is on the field.
Because the sun is going down now, the field lights are on. The stadium lights are on.
So no sun as an excuse for that missed catch from Kim Kwang-min. Great opportunity here, Tony. You got options left and right. Decent scrum here from Hong Kong so far. Real big opportunity.
Hong Kong head coach Lewis Evans did compliment Korea's scrum, so
yeah, that's as steady
hopefully
as
they execute.
That's as steady as you're going to get from both sides. Little blindside play. Good tackle there.
Right in the red basket. Boom.
Hey, that's what we need. Korea needs just a couple plays like that. Lee Soo-pyong, actually known for his selected at 13 there for his defensive prowess. Great tackle there. Now let's see if Korea can take advantage of that Hong Kong mistake. It's been a while since we said Hong Kong mistake.
It does seem like they're slowing down a little bit, though. They're thinking quicker, slower.
There's Charlie speaking with Oscar there, the translator / manager, trying to get some points down to the boys, I bet.
I think from here they'll want to crash into the middle and then try and get the ball deep into the Hong Kong half. Let's see what they do here.
Another scrummage.
We're going to have to reset here. So far, scrum has been pretty clean on both sides. Japanese referee just cleaning things up. It's all about that first formation, that set. Nothing in the scrum so far. Both sides scrummaging very well.
Very steady scrum.
All right.
Bit of a wonky kick, but it looks...
Could work
There we
out.
go.
Not sure if
Some
that went
space.
to plan. This is where your soccer skills come into play. The
Someone
new
needs
man.
to be there. Someone needs to be there.
Hey! Try
Try.
Korea.
Try Korea.
Not sure if that was went to plan, but it's about taking your opportunities.
Absolutely. Nice and slow, but they still got it. One after another. Pass, pass, pass.
Kim Ki-min off the side of the boot from the fly half. Kwang-min with a great cover play. If we see the replay, Oh Ji-myung actually has come onto the field at number 10. His first kick probably didn't go to plan, but look at that left-footed boot for a right-footed player.
11 to
number
6.
6 with another, playing a bit of football out there, a bit of soccer.
And he goes. He touches that ball all the way at the end.
Yeah, very unorthodox from the Koreans, but paid off. So
That's got the crowd on their feet. And the conversion is over as it was straight in front of the post. Che Sung-duk also part of the Sevens program, so he's a big body. He's got some speed. I will explain that haircut is because he is part of the Korean Armed Forces team, and all Korean military players have to have a short haircut. You would have noticed in the national lineups he was also doing the Army salute. That is part of tradition with all Army players. You can hear the crowd. They're back into it, Hannah.
They're chanting 대한민국. It's a local chant for Korea. That try makes it 5-15 Korea and Hong Kong 15. And
with the kick, it was up to 7 points, so 7-15 now. But more importantly, probably a rhythmic change there, something Korea needed. Maybe not something that went to plan, but for the game, for the enjoyment of the game, something that was needed for Korea to score first in the second half.
like I said, 15 is a lot, but it's also, you could do it.
That's what you want to see. Just clean execution, getting out of your half. Scoreboard says 15-5. It is 15-7. The kick was good. There's Coach Lewis there.
Hong Kong is down one player because they had a red card in the first half.
Off the line out. Good carry there.
A kick forward.
Steady hands at the back.
And Mark, he's
there we go.
off.
Second quickly.
That's
Run
experience play from the 15.
No.
Just forcing that pass. Doesn't need to go. Hey, but Tony, what a heads-up play there. So Yunshik there, he's been great under the high ball all day. Called the mark inside the 22. Catch the Hong Kong boys off guard. Quick tap into the Hong Kong half. The pass didn't come off, but they were able to get the Hong Kong winger into touch. And now another chance for Korea to attack with a line out here.
Yeah, very high IQ play there. Making the boys stop in their tracks and tapping and taking a quick run.
For those of you just joining us, Asia Rugby Championship 2022, Korea 7, Hong Kong 15. Hong Kong is down one man with the red card.
For the sake of the game, if Korea can get back-to-back scores here, close the gap, we're gonna be in for a great final 30 minutes. Line out is nice and clean. Hong Kong hasn't been competing the line out today.
It seems like Coach Charlie's locker room talk really helped them.
He gives a great talk, I'll tell you that.
They're really hustling the second half.
Surely that's hands in from the, yeah. So that's like a collapse ruck situation there, right? So there was a compete. Hong Kong lost the ruck, and the captain there, Tom Hirsch, tried to come in from the side when there's a collapse ruck. You can't compete at that situation. Ruck is over. You have to give that to the Korean player. Interesting here, Oh Ji-myung. We have had a switch at fly half. His first opportunity for 3 points to make it a one-score game. Exciting stuff, Tony.
Very exciting. The boys are back on.
Now, as Hannah mentioned, it looks like Charlie's halftime talk has had some effect. I think some of this, the playmaking change here at number 10 too, probably to just steady the ship a little bit. Things weren't going to plan in the first half. So far, bit better execution from Korea.
No, much better. I think a bit of calm from 10 and also some energy from Sung-duk playing lock now.
Penalty kick.
오른쪽이군요. 아쉽습니다.
괜찮습니다. 지금 분위기가 왔기 때문에 다시 차근차근히 지금 하면 돼요.
야, 석점을 추가할 수 있는 선택을 해봤는데 오지명의 페널티킥 이 각도에서 보시죠. 좀 더 왼쪽으로 휘어져 들어갔어야 되는데 아쉽게도 조금 모자랐습니다. 자, 그리고 분위기는 좋습니다. 후반전은 확실히 전반전과는 다른 분위기를 만들어 놓은 대한민국입니다. 15대7 8점 차. 다시 킥으로 재개됩니다. 이건 안정적인 캐치. 오지명 왼쪽으로 장현식을 통해서 거쳐가고요. 왼쪽 측면. 자, 빠르게. 네, 마지막 볼을 놓치면서 킥으로 걷어냈던 최성덕 선수입니다.
유수펜 선수 패스 타이밍이 좋네요.
네.
사실은 일본에서 경기들에서 이렇게 짧은 패스들이 이루어지는 모습들이 정말로 보이거든요.
네.
최성도 선수가 패스를 안 줄 거라고 생각했던 것 같습니다.
네. 패스 타이밍이 워낙 간결하고 빨랐기 때문에 최성덕 선수가 오히려 더 반응을
오히려
하지 못했습니다.
최성도 선수가 잡았으면 더 좋은 그 이후에 트라이까지 가능했던 이런 부분들인데.
그렇죠. 결국은 그라운드에 지금 쓰러져 있는 마크 프라이어 선수입니다. 앞서 계속 좀 통증을 호소했었고요. 체력적인 소모가 더 커질 수밖에 없는 홍콩의 후반전입니다.
자, 많은 연습장들은 없었던 것 같습니다.
네.
홍콩 선수들이 사실은 2019년도의 모습들을 보게 되면 사실은 그때는 피지컬적인 부분들도 원뜩 했었고 뛰는 플레이들도 정말 여유 있게 뛰었거든요.
네.
오늘은 좀 많이 힘들어하네요. 이런 모습들이 충분히 가능성이 있지 않을까라는 생각이 듭니다.
네. 또 전반 1분 30초 만에 15대 14의 싸움을 시작했던 수적으로 불리했던 홍콩이었기 때문에 후반전 대한민국의 이 점을 더 역으로 잘 활용해야겠고요. 이건 선수가 교체 아웃이 됐습니다.
네. 아까 이명준 선수가 빨리 들어온 줄 알았는데 약간 한 타임들을 더 뽑고 왔고요.
그렇네요. 네.
사실은 이명준 선수가 오히려 이 타이밍에서 훨씬 더 좋은 것들이 뭐냐면 워낙 빨라요. 볼 나오는 타임들이 너무 빠르기 때문에 지금 조금 루즈해져 있는 홍콩 팀들을 더 요리할 수 있지 않을까라는 생각들을 합니다.
네.
이명준 선수 한번 잘 봐줬으면 좋겠어요.
이명 선수가 오늘 후반에 게임 체인저 역할을 톡톡히 해줬으면 좋겠습니다. 자, 스크럼. 홍콩의 투입권. 투입을 했습니다. 이쪽 좋아요. 네, 좋습니다. 자, 스크럼에서 큰 파울을 드러냈던 대한민국입니다.
제가 오늘 사실은 경기 전에 효철호 감독님을 조금 보면서 승우 선수가 스크럼 잘 할 수 있을까요? 왜냐면 말레이시아 경기에서 그렇게 좋은 모습들을 보이지 않았는데 야, 근데 효철호 감독이 믿어봐라 라고 이야기했는데 오늘 보여주네요.
믿음에 보답하고 있습니다. 지금도 김유한 선수의 아주 타이트한 또 열정적인 수비가 한 차례 있었고요.
네, 이런 것도 지금 남한준 선수가 일본에서 경기를 하면서 좋은 모습들을 보여줬고 2019년도에는 주장을 맡을 정도였거든요. 프로들이 주장을 본다? 그거 쉽지는 않습니다. 그런 부분에서 스크럼들을 잘 끌고 가는 모습들을 보이고요. 지금 오지명 선수의 좋은 터치킥이었어요.
절묘한 킥이 있었습니다.
5m까지 가주는 이런 킥이었고
자, 이제는 기회예요.
기회입니다.
인골 지역이 5m 앞으로 다가와 있습니다. 대한민국.
자, 유진 선수 여기서 실수하면 안 돼요.
네. 최성덕의 첫 번째 트라이가 후반 약 5분 만에 성공이 됐었고요. 또 한 번의 트라이가 필요한 대한민국. 8점을 빚어 있습니다. 자, 7점을 추가할 수 있는 기회. 트라이와 커머전 킥까지 기대해 보겠습니다. 그에 앞서 라인아웃. 네, 뒤쪽 전개가 됐고 몰고 들어가요. 밀어붙이는 팀 코리아. 끝까지 휘슬 울렸습니다. 골적이 굉장히 가까워져 있는 순간이었는데요.
유진 선수가 경기 초반에는 라이너 너무 잘 던져줬는데 여기서 조금 해줬으면 어땠을까?
A scrum opportunity, miss a line-out opportunity. That was an easy throw to the front. Let's see it here. Just a bit high, the timing's a bit off. They did recover, but at that point, you know, the Hong Kong players, great to hold them up. Ball was called, and as you know, that will be a Hong Kong turnover and Hong Kong scrum in the line-out. Look, they're pumped up, the Hong Kong boys. There was a massive scrub previously from Korea on their ball in. Opportunity now to really attack the Hong Kong ball and their scrum.
And what better place to do it by the 5-minute line, so pressure's on for Hong Kong.
There are certain moments in a game where you need to collect as a group and take opportunity. This is a big momentum swing here. This is a big moment here. If Korea can maybe win a penalty at the scrum or maybe get a tight head, that would be huge. Vice versa for Hong Kong, if they can just cleanly exit here and shut this Korean momentum down, also very big.
I do remember head coach Lowe talking about the fact that it might come down to the last 20 minutes, and we have about 26 minutes on the clock right now.
I think that's just because both teams are slightly undercooked. You know, the preparations haven't gone as smoothly or as they've wanted to because of the COVID situation. So probably a bit of match fitness issues there. So it's going to come down to the last 20 minutes. Both teams are going to be difficult. It's exciting stuff, everyone.
Both teams are working very hard, though, despite the heat, despite the humidity. It might be uncomfortable on the field, but they're doing a great job.
Cannot fault the effort. Free kick. Cool heads needed here. Cool heads. Take the scrum. So small infringement there at the scrum for Hong Kong. Free kick to Korea. At some point, you're going to have to take your opportunities here. It's a massive moment in the game. Massive moment.
The crowd is going wild right now. A lot of energy in the crowd.
Tony, with that last big push, you think Korea might be just trying to keep it in the scrum, maybe try to milk a penalty, maybe go for that penalty try?
It's a very real possibility, but they'll play from 8.
Oh, it's a great scrum from both sides. Yeah, the big winger, Hwang In-jo, that's where he's there for the Jonah Lomu roll. Choi Sung-duk, he's had
very close there.
He's had a big impact since he's come on the field. Only a few meters here from the Hong Kong line. Both teams digging deep here.
Hong Kong's defense.
They're putting their bodies on their line, that's for sure. Both squads are.
Impenetrable.
They survive again, Hong Kong. Korea not able to get that punch from the forwards, so they decided to go wide. But again, with the slippery conditions, just the pass from left to right, not going to hand. Hong Kong survived that, get it out into touch. Another opportunity for Korea here. It's just a skill execution. If he would have caught that, you know, we had a 3-on-2 situation there, but that final pass didn't go to hand. At this level, you'd like to see a bit better skill execution from the Korean backline.
I think the backline was a bit too shallow on that one, so they were under pressure.
Matthew Worley there, who was sin-binned earlier, but made a great decision there to cut in and kind of shut that off and pressure the 13. Hong Kong line out, not Korea's, apologies. So if they can clear this, they've really survived this 5-minute patch of Korean pressure.
Good charge down.
Big man there with the block, Kang Sun-hyuk. Okay, we're seeing some subs in the front row. Number 18 and 17 are on for Korea.
Number 18, Shin Gi-soo, and number 17, Choi Ho-young.
And it looks like they're on in the number 1 and the number 3 and the number 2 position. Hong Kong also making a change to the front row. Sun-hyuk's played a good game up there.
So number 2 and 3 are going in. Number 2 being Yoo Ji-hoon and number 3 being Kang Sun-hyuk.
There's Ji-hoon taking a seat on the bench there. And number 18 on for Hong Kong.
Number 18, Zacchaeus William Cinnamon.
We've seen this tactic all day from Hong Kong. Tony, Hong Kong, today's game plan, a little bit reminiscent of South Africa in the 2019 World Cup. Inside their own half, look to the driving maul, looking for the box kick. Not making mistakes, kind of just putting the ball into the opposition court and seeing if how Korea handled the pressure. And so far, Korea hasn't done a great job.
Definitely. I just think that in the second half they've gotten better and they've found a way to sort of work their way back into the game. And as you can see for Hong Kong, they've made a change. Number 23, Nathan Wata D. Thierry.
Now I have a source in Hong Kong. He's watching the game right now. Hong Kong Football Club member private source. I can't give him away, but he says number 23, Nathan Detiri, is one to watch out for. He's got real X factor, real impact off the bench. You never reveal your sources, Tony. Rule number 1. He didn't give me much else, though. Korea here with the chance to attack. Their referee's hand is out, so it will be advantage.
Penalty advantage.
Offside at the last breakdown. Okay, Tony, decision time. We've got 22 minutes on the clock. Do you go for the corner, or do you go for the 3 points?
I think you back your 10's boot. Get the boys up, make it a 5-point game, and then go for it.
It is a test match. Points are hard to come by. Oh Ji-myung, the number 22 who's come on in the 10 jersey, has just pointed to the goalposts.
We have another kick. 3-point opportunity for Team Korea. Will it be 10-15?
Great opportunity here for both teams to just catch a breath in this hot day. Maybe just go over last minute. You know, we're entering that red zone, that 20-minute period that's going to be vital for both sides. We had a cracking test match in the last 20 minutes here.
A very exciting last 20 minutes to come. It's a great game.
And that's good. That's good. That makes Korea 10, Hong Kong 15. Great kick.
One score in it. We've got ourselves a test match. World Cup on the line. Asian Championship on the line. Last time, Hong Kong is the holder of the last 2 Asian Championships, 2018 and 2019. Obviously, we had a hiatus in 2020 and 2021 because of the COVID situation. Korea's also hold the Asian Championships 5 times, mainly in the 80s, also in 2002. So if Korea win today, that's 20 years since their last Asian Championship. Obviously, Japan not in it anymore because they have automatically qualified for France 2023.
That was a kick by number 22, Oh Ji-myung.
No need to hold my words. Korea with a massive
There
overlap.
we go.
You'd like to see that kick go a little bit deeper. That's fine, though. This is the danger man, the man off the bench. And there's a big bloke there doing his job. That's what he's on the field for. Yeah, I've been impressed by number 19, Choi Sung-suk, since he's been on the field. He's got that first try. He's also pretty good fight in the ruck as well. Big body. And again, we're seeing this this high ball tactic. 2-3 phases, don't go anywhere. Apply the pressure to Korea.
You know, after the second half started, 10 points by Korea. They're catching up.
Correct, and no points for Hong Kong. That's a great ruck.
That's great. Good pace.
Offside at the kick. Okay, momentum shift, Tony. Interesting. Is this in the range of Oh Ji-myung's boot? If so, opportunity for another 3 points.
If he's confident, yes. If not, then they can apply the pressure. Get inside the 22, which they're going to do now.
Looks like maybe just outside the range, so he's going to look to go for the corner.
Good touch finder.
Simply put, beauty of a kick. That's what you want from your number 10 that's on the bench. Come onto the field, settle things down. Nothing fancy. Kick the penalties, kick for the corners.
Absolutely.
Just steady the ship. Doing a great job since he's come on the field.
Charlie looks a little happier now.
Yeah, he's got a nice smile when he's feeling better. This will be a test for the new hooker that's on the field, number 17. Yu Ji-eun was doing a half-decent job there with the line out. And looks like we're into our last water break with 18 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Again, this is a water break, but also an opportunity for the coaching staff to get in a few tactical pointers there. We see the Korean forwards coach there who played a long time in Japan, and also looks like head coach Lewis has made his way. Incorrect, apologies. But looks like the Hong Kong coaching staff there are also getting some messages across. I think this message is probably simple from the Hong Kong coaching staff. They're doing well, executing well,
Absolutely.
no reason to deviate. They've handled the Korean pressure well. I know they haven't scored in the second half, but so far so good. Korea, that talk's got to be, hey, we're knocking on the door. We just need to execute our skills a little bit better, and we're there. Tony, some of your mates there?
Yeah, there's some of the local rugby players for the Soul Survivors and Soul Sisters.
Always great to see the expat rugby community out at the national team games. We always appreciate their support. On the beers, probably?
Definitely.
Definitely on the beers.
For our viewers around the world, Korea's mask mandate has been lifted outdoors as long as there is less than 10,000 people. So that's why you would see some people wearing masks and some not.
Personal choice. We'd hope to see everyone with masks on. That means 10,000, but this stadium only holds 5,000. So it looks like this grandstand is pretty full. I would expect over 1,000 people at the game today, around that mark.
Yeah, some good support for the local team, and you know, it's working. The second half is it's paid off.
It's exciting stuff. You know, we've got an exciting test match. And we're in for the final quarter of the game. Edge of the seat sort of stuff here.
There's been a change for Hong Kong with number 21 Jack Liam Coombs coming in at halfback.
I think these last 20 minutes is crunch, but it's also kind of a game of endurance at this point in this heat. Who can hold off the longest?
100%. It is about who can hold their nerve when tired. Skills under fatigue is going to be a big one. Also change for Korea in the centers. Moon Jung-ho, nicknamed Tarzan here in Korea, in the 23 jersey. Looks like he's on in the centers for number 13, Lee Soo-pyong. Hard-nosed player, hard runner, good defender.
Maybe another drinks break?
Yeah, this one's gone a bit long here. You can see the...
Look at that crowd. Everyone's hot with their fans.
Yeah, they got the fans and the programs there. So that's a good shot of number 1, Nak Won-young. He's one of the top players in Korea. Just finished a few seasons at Kubota in the Japanese top league, decided to come back domestically, but one of those players that Charlie says that there's a handful of players in Korea that are world class, and Nak Won-young is one of them. This is the issue here, Hannah, is Mr. Referee is, I think, Mike Battery has gone down. Can't play without him.
He's one of the most important people on the pitch, so definitely need him on.
And having a good game, I would say.
Having a great game.
Shot of Jack Neville, played against him a lot on the sevens field. A slippery customer, got a great step. Also good to see him in the 15-man game. It's a young boy here at Korea University, 4th year. Led Korea University to the University Championship in the OK Super League. Really one for the future. That's a proper prop there.
He's a big boy.
So if we're just looking at some of the highlights here, this was the Korean try towards the start of the second half. Bit of soccer skills on display.
Right.
No better feeling there than diving on a ball for a try for your country.
Especially coming off that bench. What an impact.
Yeah. And we saw that at the end of halftime, Charlie just trying to kind of getting into the bench, saying we need that energy. You could just tell by his hand gestures. Lee Soo-pyong just jumping on to Sung-duk there.
This is a key game, Andre, but if you can remind us, Korea has won the Asian Rugby Championship 5 times, mainly in the 80s, right?
Correct.
The last time in 2002?
Yes, so in 2002 they beat Japan. It was actually in the Asian Games, which kind of doubled as the Asian Championship that year. And that's actually the last time Korea has beat Japan in a 15s game. And 2015 was the last time Korea's beaten Hong Kong in a 15s game. Interesting is that 2016 is when the Hong Kong introduced their elite rugby program, which has actually disintegrated since June of last year. And 2002 is the last time we beat Japan. Interesting fact, 2003 is when the Japanese top league started. So those two nations and those two unions have actually made massive improvements in terms of their professionalism and their professional leagues, semi-professional leagues in Hong Kong. Korea needs to take a step in that direction as well. Tony, you were at some of the games, but Korea this year had the introduction of the OK Super League, and that's kind of one way to improve the domestic rugby in Korea. Talk about that for me a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think that with more rugby being played, it's going to really impact the quality of rugby that Korea can put out as a nation. but really starts from the grassroots level. Just look at New Zealand, look at Australia. They have great grassroots competitions, which then translate into, you know, better professional teams.
Seems like we have a new ref coming in too. So they were switching the mics. New ref coming in with the mic exchange.
Same ref, new mic drop. Hopefully he's all wired up and connected for the last 20 minutes of the game. Called a great game. He's an A-level referee in Japan, which means he can ref at the highest level in Japan. Great young referee, both on the Asian 7 series and in the test match level. Korea restarting play after a long rest. Great first strike in the middle of the field. This cute stuff from the number 9 didn't work in the first half. It's not working in the second half so far. Just simplicity is probably going to work here, right?
There we go.
Nice crisp passing from the Korean backs. He had hands on there, but nice clean up from the Korean boys. Nice out the back. Outside. The new man on the field.
There we go.
Okay, that opportunity is gone. No need to force now. Just keep it simple from Korea.
Number 7, No Oki.
Ball needs to go wide.
Chun Yun-shik, here's the danger man. Oh, tries on
Wow,
here.
try by Korea.
And it's the captain, Kim Kwon-min, who was denied in the first half, not denied in
Wow.
the second half. We have a tie game.
15-15.
And Tony,
I cannot believe this right now.
Nothing special there from Korea. You know, they won their line out, hit it in the middle. A couple times with the forwards around the corner. They went wide. Opportunity stopped. Earlier in the game, we would have probably seen a turnover or a knock-on at that point. They were able to string about 5-6 phases, one side of the field, come back to the reverse side, and try untouched. It's pretty simple when you play rugby like that.
It's very simple. I think the boys are more composed now, and you know, some
Look
great
at
passing.
that. Look at that. He was wide open.
And a good finish.
You know, rugby is not rocket science. As Hong Kong showed in the first half, you just keep the ball and you apply pressure. There are going to be gaps, especially since Hong Kong is down to 14 men. And that's where they scored, in that wide channel. Now, this is a big kick.
It is a big kick. But also, just to lean on the red card earlier, the boys have been tackling their hearts out. And
just
missed it. But you know what? We can't be too happy right now because it is a tied game. We don't know who's going to take the lead from now on.
From a neutral standpoint, of course, no one's happy here. We're just happy that there's a great test match on show today.
Right.
Even Charlie Lowe isn't happy. He knows the game's not over. He's got 16 minutes left here, but momentum swing. 15 points for Hong Kong in the first half, 15 points for Korea in the second.
What a turnaround. What a turnaround.
That's okay. You know, Oh Ji-myung would have probably made that kick on another day, but we've got a tie game here. What a test match.
Let's see if they can exit their red zone.
Clean take. They ran it out last time.
Oh, great little ball. There's space.
Big boy in the open field. Kick.
They see some space behind.
After a short line.
It's a good kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the momentum is fully with this Korean side right now. And the crowd are backing them. Hong Kong just needs to get back to that game plan that they had in the first half. Just keep it simple, exit when they can. Korean tails are up. Looks like number 20 Luck, Pak Jun-bum, is also on the field for Korea.
Head coach Lowe was right. It's the 20 minutes, the last 20 minutes. Right now we have about 15 minutes on the clock.
You know, I was at the media press event a couple days ago, and Charlie's point was, I think it's going to come down to the 20 minutes. He just wanted Korea to be within touching distance within 20 minutes and then hopefully have an opportunity to overtake the game in the final 20. He's called it. They were in touching distance. Even though they weren't playing well, they were in touching distance to the final 20. Now it's 15-15 with an opportunity to flip the game.
I must say, though, Team Hong Kong, their defense is so strong, so strong.
So number 17 on the field for number 16 on the field for Korea. That's Lee Hyun-soo coming on for big man Na Hwan-young. Just as we talk about momentum change, Hong Kong able to win that line out. Important here, Tony. I'm sure the Korean boys are going to have their tails up, but it looks like they're trying to smash into bodies. But you can't give away penalties here. Hey, you just got to keep cool heads. Win the game.
Defensively, they've been pretty sound, but yeah, again, they don't want to give away penalties and give the Hong Kong team a leg up. So
they are matching them at the game line. Both teams throwing body into the breakdown. We got a counter opportunity here. Korea looking to go wide here.
태클. 럭. 확실히 역전으로 서큼서큼 다가서고 있습니다. 분위기를 타고 있는 대한민국. 가운데 최성덕 태클을 이겨냈어요. 2명, 3명 모두 이겨내면서 몸을 날립니다. 휘슬이 울렸습니다.
좋아요. 계속 지금 이렇게까지 한다면 홍콩 선수들은 계속 지쳐갈 거고 아직 13분이라는 시간이 남았기 때문에 홍콩 선수들은 13분이 너무 지옥 같을 거예요.
그렇네요. 15대 15 동점. 그리고 분위기는 대한민국 수적으로도 15대 14의 싸움이 이어지고 있습니다.
지금 포워드 1, 3, 3 쪽으로 계속 움직여주고 있고 최성도 선수와 지금 신기 선수, 최훈 선수가 같이 붙여주면서 그 공간들이 계속 구멍들이 나고 있거든요.
네. 순간적으로 탱크 같은 움직임 최성덕이었습니다.
지금 홍콩 선수들은 다 절고 있어요.
네. 자, 체력적인 소모가 크기 때문에 자, 이 오히려 대한민국 선수들의 기세에도 밀리고 있는 홍콩 선수들입니다. 대급하게 좀 메시지를 전달하고 있는 루이스 에반스 감독이고요.
자, 최성우 선수가 지금 좋은 플레이를 계속 지금 라인에서 움직여주고 있거든요.
예.
지금 프로의 옆에서 한 번 붙여주고 있으니 과감하게 패스 한 번 더 주는 것도 좋을 것 같습니다.
그리고 킥을 선택했습니다. 승부수를 띄우는 대한민국.
자, 오지명이 2번 실수하지 않겠죠. 3번째는 실수하지 않을 거라고 생각합니다. 하지만 조금 거리가 멀어요.
거리가 멉니다. 하지만 이 페널티킥 성공하면 역전을 할 수 있습니다. 오지명 페널티킥 낮고 빠르게 역전! 대한민국! 이제는 대한민국이 앞서갑니다. 아시아 럭비 챔피언십 20년 만에 우승을 노리는 대한민국이 드디어 리드를 만들어갑니다.
It's to kind of be calm.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't get too excited because it's not over until it's over.
The calmest person in the stadium was Charles Lowe right there. He knows the game is not over. Hong Kong hasn't played well in the second half, but they have the ability to come back right away. It's a great shot there.
What a comeback though. They made 18 points in the second half. Amazing.
Oh Ji-myung, we're talking about the bench of the Korean team. Number 19, Sung-duk. Number 22 here, Oh Ji-myung. These guys coming on really doing what was asked of them as
Right.
impact players off the bench. That's what you want to see. Shot of Coach Lewis there. A lot to ponder for these last 12 minutes. Clean take.
Number 22, that was his second successful kick today, huh?
Correct.
Amazing.
They've been running everything out. Team to go backwards.
They need to clean this up. It's
Okay.
Coach's nightmare. Absolute coaching nightmare. I can tell you why Charlie Lowe was not excited after that kick, because
They knew.
he knew Hong Kong has the ability to strike back. Korea, you're in the lead now. No need to run it out. Just
Play
exit.
percentages, yeah.
Just exit. Play percentages. Play safe rugby. Trying to play outside of their half again. Knock on. Hong Kong on the counter. I think we're going to need to see a replay because, you know, who knocked on the ball there, I'm not quite sure.
Could be a double knockdown.
That's what we call a coach killer.
That's why, yeah, coaching is very difficult.
That's why Charlie Lowe doesn't have the hair that he used to before he came to Korea. He told me that specifically. It's because of plays like that. Just heard one of the Korean players say, hey, 여기야, which means it's here, it's now, this is the time to stand up.
Here's the scrum.
Great scrum from both sides. Hong Kong with a slight push. Advantage. Korea have to be careful. They're under the penalty here at the scrum. Hong Kong attacking. We haven't seen a goal line stand from Korea so far this game, so excited to see how they stand up. Not the time to show the Hong Kong bench. It's time to show the goal line. They're under advantage, so they've gone for the kick. It's a foot race. Wow.
A try for Hong Kong.
It's going to go under review. It hasn't been given. Try given.
Number 23, Nathan Ditieri.
That makes it 20 for Hong Kong and 18 for Korea.
The impact player that we talked about off the bench. Both benches doing their job today. Nathan Ditieri winning that foot race. Looks like on the grounding probably did something there to his rib, probably when he was fully extended. This was under advantage, so you know this is where you roll the dice. Yeah, that's proper speed there. Yunshik is no slow customer. That is a great play.
That was really
grounding.
great by 23.
Yeah, looks like Tony, we've done that before where you're trying to extend for the try, and ribcage maybe not so much these days, but more playmaking these days. In I see in your club games.
Maybe he's it's a previous injury because it didn't look like too much contact
Yeah,
when he did plant that ball down. But a big kick here. This is to take it out to 4 points, which takes the drop goal or penalty away.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity to make it, I guess, you know, take it away from that 3-point difference. Very big kick. It's not going to go in. So we have a 2-point game. Korea can take the lead with, like you said, a drop goal or a penalty. Everything on the line with 8 minutes to go here. It's great to see the two sides play a competitive match. It's been a while, probably since about 2015, 2016, that a game between these two sides has been so competitive. Hong Kong has had the better of Korea in the last 6-7 years. Korea showing that there are no pushovers and underdogs. You don't win it on paper, you got to play the game. Hong Kong just looking to exit here.
Keeps it in. Opportunity for Korea to attack.
Nice little change of direction there, but he's alone. Just Korea need to settle. Keep hold of the ball. Forwards doing their trick. That's a big contact there between the forwards. Nowhere to go. Sometimes you just got to straighten. Hong Kong really attacking that breakdown. Okay, Korea applying the pressure with a bit of a
kick
up and under. Great take there by Nathan. Sorry, we've seen a penalty, but I can't see the referee's hand. Holding on from Hong Kong. Penalty right in front of the post. Oh Ji-myung has knocked one over earlier in the game from this distance and this kind of angle. You'd bet your house that they're gonna take the call for 3.
Good catch by Nathan, but then just a
tackle.
counter ruck from Korea.
It's
really
a tackle
shows the desperation.
and it's Naoki, the number 7, like a good number 7 does, on Johnny on the spot. The second that Hong Kong player hit the deck, he was over that ball.
The tension and the pressure in the stadium right now, it's unbelievable.
You can feel it.
I can feel it. It's okay, he's done it.
I think this is what Tens live for. Those pressure moments.
This is what you dream about when you're a young rugby player. Game on the line. You create those situations for yourself. Here you are, national team player with a chance to take the lead. Kick is up. And that is good.
Oh Ji-myung is on fire today, number 22. Another successful kick for Korea, 21-20. Korea's in the lead by 1 point.
We got 5.5 minutes of this test match. Guys, we
This
got
is-
ourselves a game. This last 20 minutes, this game has come alive. Oh Ji-myung, great strike here. Look at the concentration. Little tongue out, little Michael Jordan there. He knew the second he kicked it, eh? He picked up that tee before the ball even went over. Hong Kong has restarted play. Clean take by Korea.
Let's see if they can exit. Halfback takes it into his hands.
I do want to mention that Hong Kong is at a little bit of a disadvantage right now because they are down one player.
Oh, little show and go.
What?
Turnover. It's this last pass. The decision is why, you know? You've just turned the ball over. You forced Hong Kong into a turnover. You've gotten the ball. Cool heads. You need cool heads. Turnover, but that's okay, you know? We've got still 4.5 minutes. It's a good position for Korea to be. Hong Kong now need to back themselves. They need to gather themselves and go forward and find at least a penalty or a drop goal here.
Yeah, those 50-50 passes just not coming off of the Koreans. Great heads-up play, but then that pass looked flat at best, but ref caught it forward.
We got a scrum.
It's one of those situations where you either give it or you don't, but you make a decision early and you back it, but he was kind of caught in two minds there, Park Jun-bom, number 20. Scrum has gone down, but it's a penalty to Hong Kong. They really needed that one.
They'll try and kick the ball inside the Korean half and build pressure from there.
Both teams are going to have to dig deep. It is a battle of wits, fitness, mentality. That's a great kick. Taking play into the Korean half. Important here, Korea cannot give up a penalty. At the same time for Hong Kong, got to keep hold of the ball, apply pressure. You know, don't need to try. All you need to do is apply pressure, move a little bit forward, probably a little bit out of range for a penalty now, maybe 10-15 meters, and then just keep hold of the ball. Starts with the line out.
They're going to be driving more.
Good clean line out there.
Hong Kong's lineout has been really good this whole game.
Yeah, set piece has been really good today.
Really good game. We have about 3 minutes left on the clock right now. Korea 21, Hong Kong 20. Korea's getting a little anxious right now.
Yeah, the ball looked, you know, I think the Korean player there, number 14, Hwang In-jo, thought the ball might have been out. It wasn't out yet. The ball was over, but, you know, we're into a tackle situation there, and he just came in from the side. You know, they stopped it well. Referee deemed that ball to be over on their own accord. No reason for Hwang In-jo to come in from the side there.
He's taking a shot.
Taking a shot.
They're going for the kick?
Yep. You have to at this situation, no?
It's a big kick, very big angle.
Absolutely. This could change everything.
I'd say about 40, 45, 43 on the angle.
Yeah, 45 probably on the angle there, right? This man's come on, made an impact, scored the try. Now it's a chance with 2 minutes left in the game to take Hong Kong in the lead. I will say there will be time, if this kick does go over, there will be time to restart play. Korean fans doing their best to break the concentration of the kicker. Not something we like to see in rugby.
He's pushed it left. Koreans need to kick it out.
Distance was there, but yeah, it's one of those situations where it's a bit of a long kick, so you try to give it everything you have, and sometimes you kind of sacrifice a little bit of direction when you want that extra bit of power.
Yeah, he definitely hooked that.
He gave it everything he had, but sometimes you just lose a bit of accuracy when you give it that extra few 5-10 meter pump. Okay, Korea with the restart here. 22 dropout. Deep. Ooh,
This is very important.
bit of an NLR hit up here. Great
Very
tackle.
important.
Last minute of the game.
Can't give away any penalties. And on the flip side, Hong Kong can. Advantage there.
.30 seconds on the clock.
Penalty might be out of range, so even if the time runs out, we will come back for the penalty. The penalty was for not release from Moon Jung-ho, the center.
Right on halfway. What do?
I mean, with 15 seconds on the clock, I think Nathan Duteri did have the distance there. This one, the angle is a bit easier. It's straight in front. It looks like, though, Nathan hasn't picked up the ball. We're just waiting for the mark. This angle, this is over 50 meters on the angle, so you probably think Hong Kong going for the corner. Yep, that's correct.
I'm trying to put them into the 22. With the 10th finish to follow.
Okay, look, Korea have given up 2 penalties the last time Hong Kong have attacked. Korea cannot give up a penalty. On the flip side, Hong Kong need to keep hold of the ball. Korea has the 1-point lead, so the next time the ball is dead, there's a stoppage in play, the game will be over. World Cup on the line.
They've sacked the line out. Advantage scored.
The last play of the game.
Hong Kong playing with the advantage.
Let's see if they take the kick for goal. And yes.
I think about every Hong Kong player that was pointing at the goal. Guys who don't have the responsibility pointing to the post there. Oh.
Still a difficult angle. I think you'll take it out to the 22 end.
It comes down to one final kick.
This is it. Hong Kong still has a chance, though.
Cut the tension with a butter knife in here.
Number 22.
You think at test level, this angle, this distance, you would think the kicker is going to back himself to knock this over, but high pressure. You know, soccer players miss penalties in penalty shootouts, even though they make it all the time in practice. The crowd's not going to make it easy for him.
I must say, though, this game has been so good. And both teams have been playing so well. It comes down to this one last kick.
It was a slow start of a test match. The skills weren't on show. Hong Kong had a 15-point lead. Korea flipped that. They're in the lead by 1 point. This kick decides not only the winner of the Asian Championships, but who goes on to play Tonga. If it goes in, Hong Kong. If it's a miss, South Korea.
They miss.
Congratulations to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong still at the death with a kick from number 22, Gregor McNeish.
Not only are the Hong Kong players celebrating, but we're sitting just behind the Hong Kong staff here, and they've gone wild. Congratulations to them.
That was a great kick. Yeah.
Heck of a kick, heck of a test match.
It was great.
Can't fault both teams. There's Coach Lewis there and his coaching staff. Celebrations, deserved celebrations. Had to dig deep in the second half to weather the storm, and then, nerves of steel there to get that ball over.
Right, absolutely.
But what a fight back from Korea. 15 points down to come back to lead in the final few moments of the game, and then Hong Kong, they snatch it at the end.
That was by number 22.
Koreans going to be ruining their last 3 defensive sets there. No reason to give away a penalty from the side.
No, but look at that kick. It was beautiful.
Illegal maul, breakdown. You know, you're in the lead. There's no reason to give the referee any chance to call a penalty. But Koreans were playing too close to the line there. And 3 straight penalties in a row, giving up that field position. And then finally, again, infringement at the maul, giving Hong Kong the opportunity to win the game. Don't give them that opportunity. Make them win the game. And unfortunately for Korea, too many penalties in the end.
Both countries did such a great job. Both teams played so well. I would have to say the first half was definitely a lead for Hong Kong. The second half, Korea brought in 20 points, 21 points.
A tale of 2 halves, or a game of 2 halves, really. Congratulations, there's James Hirsch, the captain of Hong Kong, the number 8, the big number 8. You know, it hasn't been easy for both sides. Hong Kong, especially under the China no-COVID policy, they've had to put a halt to domestic rugby, the Premiership. No elite rugby program, but they were able to get their players, domestic players, together for 6 weeks, and then get their 8 overseas boys here in Korea. Not much time to gel as a team, but executed really well in that first half and was able to dig deep and fight. Korea on the other side, Charles Lowe, what a job he's done. 64-3 was the last score, Korea versus Hong Kong. Today, lost at the final whistle. Korea also had difficulties with their preparations, but a massive effort from them, and congrats to both teams.
Handshakes all around.
This is what we love to see in our game, is a bit of the
Sportsmanship.
tunnel. Yeah, you know, in Korea we call it the no side. That's what it's about. You batter into each other, representing your country, and then at the end of the day, we're all brothers in arms. We're all rugby players at the end of the day. We'll take a look at the highlights here. So this was that first minute play where Hong Kong were down to 14 men right from minute 1. Massive decision for the referee, but the right call was made. Hong Kong were able to weather a Korean storm kind of in the beginning, and then able to score their first try with the driving maul there. Just met against boys at that line out. I don't think a number 10 is ever going to stop 8 Hong Kong forwards like that.
Not at all. Deer in headlights.
Deer in headlights. So it was 8-0 about 20 minutes into the match. Then Korea had another opportunity because of this dangerous play there by the Hong Kong winger. But Korea wasn't able to take advantage of that opportunity. This was just before this, they were countering, thought they were about to score, but then Hong Kong turned it over and they were able to score. And this was a massive momentum swing. This made it 15-0 for the first half. And this was kind of that Dr. Seuss cat in a hat type moment. Bit of soccer skills there.
Another kick forward.
And then
Another kick.
The impact man, the impact sub, who played quite well today off the bench.
Final try.
Look at that, just sheer determination and concentration in those eyes. And that was the beginning of the turnaround for Korea.
It was. The momentum changed completely after that one try.
And then this was probably, I think, the penalty, just out in front. Then the new man came on, Oh Ji-myung. He really steered the ship in the right direction. He had made one earlier but missed that one to take the lead. Sorry, I think this is the one where so he hit that over.
He played really well.
Yeah, came
off
on.
the bench.
What a great job. And then this was
successful kicks.
This was the second Korean try. The first time, probably the only time in the match, Korea probably put a string of 6, 7, 8 phases together, went one side of the pitch, came back to the blind side, and
this
untouched.
was a great play. This one was a great play.
And that was to tie the game at 15-15. Again, nothing difficult there, Tony. It was just, Korea didn't do enough of this in the game. And
in the first half.
Yeah, and the one time they did do it, they scored.
Right. Here comes another kick.
This one unlucky to miss.
Yeah, that was a conversion. That was a big kick. That was the handoff on his own player, then the handoff on the Hong Kong player. You're able to get the penalty there. Put this over. Now this gave Korea the first lead of the game at 18-15 with I think it was about 10 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
And this was that heads-up play there.
This was a great play by 23.
The man off the bench, Nathan Terry, with a determined run there to dot down.
The men off the bench today, they really are the MVPs.
Yeah. So this made it a 2-point game. Hong Kong in the lead. Now this was that up and under. Korea,
penalty.
like a good number 7, won that penalty.
Another successful kick by 22. This put Korea in the lead, 21-20.
And just when you thought Korea had snatched it from the death, not from playing that well, They gave up this penalty from in the side, and Hong Kong had that first opportunity to take the lead, missed that kick.
There was 1 minute on the clock.
But
No minutes on the clock.
this was the sealer.
Yeah.
Nerves of steel. What a strike.
Andre, really, it's not over till it's over. I think this game really defines that phrase.
What a test match. And again, congratulations to Hong Kong there. We have the historic, was once the Asian Five Nations trophy, now the Asian Division 1 trophy.
Thank you all for joining us today. That was Hong Kong versus Korea at the Asia Rugby Championship 2022. This has been Hannah Kim, Andre, and Tony. We do have a few interviews coming up. The game is over. That was quite a game, guys.
That was. Tony.
Yeah, some heart-stopping stuff. I mean, to have a 15-point deficit at halftime and then to come back and then to have the lead just at the end and then
And we're back on the field here. Hong Kong just lifting that trophy. 3 years on the trot now as Asian champions. I think we're just sticking around for a couple player interviews after the match. Look at that trophy there. There might be a few beers, a few soju in that this evening. I will say, the trophy looked a little banged up.
I mean, it's been years, Andre.
Yeah, rumor has it that it made its way around Wan Chai and LKF a couple years ago when Hong Kong won in 2019. It's not as circular as it once was.
yeah, I think the boys are going to have fun with that tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrations on the field right now. Everyone taking pictures with the trophy, congratulating each other.
As you can see, that top doesn't fit on perfectly there.
I think Team Korea should give themselves a pat on the back too. They played very well.
Yeah, heads held high. Obviously, they're going to be very disappointed. That is the end of their World Cup qualification hopes. But, this is, I think, a step in the right direction. Again, they showed, 7 years on the trot, losing by big score lines to Hong Kong. They showed today that there's not much in it. There's probably nothing in it, really, anymore between the two sides. And it bodes well for the future of Korean rugby under Charlie Smith.
Not at all. As we can see by the scoreline and the game of two halves, and yeah, the boys are evenly matched.
You can hear the field audio. Bit of We Are the Champions, Queen.
That is like the go-to ceremony song
It's a classic.
for any sport.
Some barrel chests down there.
What an intense game. I'm just thinking about that second half and
We couldn't have asked for more
It's
tense
adrenaline.
game, yeah.
Yeah, the adrenaline, the pressure.
It was like a slow burner, those movies
Right.
that take a while to speed up, and then the second half, it just came alive. And
The crowd must be kind of disappointed though. Majority of the fans were rooting on Korea.
we'd like to thank the fans and everyone tuning in worldwide, and the fans here in Korea. They made it a great spectacle today. They were backing their boys for sure.
With this win, Hong Kong move on to play Tonga.
That's correct, yeah.
The final qualification step for the Rugby World Cup in 2023 in
So
France.
I understand Asia has a 0.25 ticket. We'd like to see World Rugby maybe give us a bit more, an easier path to the World Cup. But the winner of this match goes on to play Tonga Winner of that match will qualify for the World Cup. Loser of that match will enter a repechage with three other teams, a four-man team, for the final 20th spot in the World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting on some interviews. We're going to interview some of the players on Team Hong Kong. They're on standby right now. Please be patient with us because you get to get the exclusive interviews one-on-one with the Hong Kong team.
Be tough to reel away one of those boys for an interview. Here we go.
We hear the audio. We're trying to get some interviews down at the field.
I can see in front of us the Hong Kong captain, Tom Hirsch, has a mic ready. We're just, I think, waiting for the footage.
On standby right now.
And then we've got a shot of the Hong Kong boys, but also good to see just left of the picture, not in shot.
Here we go.
Okay, I have with
here we
me
are.
Josh, the Hong Kong captain. Josh, first of all, congratulations on the win. Just tell us how does it feel to win and to win like this?
Thank you very much. Honestly, I'm so tired, lost for words. You know, the Asia Rugby is well and truly alive. I might be biased, but if that's not the greatest final we've had in recent history, I'm just so proud of our boys and what we've been through in our journey and over the last 3 years, all the turmoil, and to go out there and put up a performance on like that against a really tough and proud Korean outfit. I'm over the moon.
Thank you very much. So definitely it's one of the greatest finals we had in Asia for a long time. Just tell us, coming back after 2.5 years of not playing rugby, what sort of preparation your team had?
We had probably 7 weeks out from the tournament, just enough to get the return to play protocols in. We've been turned off and turned on and told we were going, weren't going, gymming in our houses, gymming on roofs, borrowing kit where we could, hitting the roads, training in fours, the list goes on. I'm just so proud of our rugby community in Hong Kong and how they've dug in and supported us, and I hope they've enjoyed the victory.
Well done, guys, well done. So you've got another big game now coming up on the 23rd of July. Best of luck with that. Have you got any thoughts? I know it's still early, but...
We're just going to enjoy this win, and once we get on that plane to Australia, then we'll start thinking about Tonga, but for now, we're going to savour this one.
Well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Where is he?
Oh, just mentioned to the way, Andre's going to interview because he can do it in Korean.
Yeah, please.
It's just mentioned that we're waiting for the Korean.
Okay, we're just waiting for the Korean. I'm off, I'm not here. His light is off. Is that good?
Yeah, it looks unbelievable.
Captain, please.
What are the questions? 네, 누구랑? 광민이 형이요. 그냥 오늘 소감 뭐 이런 거. 아, 네네. 돌아가야 돼. 빨리 가자. 우리 방송 마무리하고 바로 돌아올게요. 돌아가. 아니요, 번갈아 가면서 할게요. Now we're here with the Korean captain Kim Kwang-min after a massive effort. 형 수고하셨습니다. 오늘 경기 소감 한 번만 부탁드릴게요.
오늘
다시 갈게요.
마이크 줘야 돼?
네, 형이 받아요. I'm with Korean captain Kim Kwang-min after a massive 80 minutes. Big effort from the Korean boys. Let's just hear from him about his thoughts on the game.
네, 오늘 좋은 경기 보여준 홍콩 팀에게 정말 축하한다고 말씀드리고 싶고요. 졌지만 비록 우리 선수들 열심히 해서 끝까지 홍콩과 비등한 경기했기 때문에 좀 아쉽지만 다음을 생각하면서 더 열심히 노력하겠습니다.
First of all, what a great game and a big congratulations to the Hong Kong team for their victory. It was a little bit short from Korea, but I think they proved today that they're really in the game, and it's about moving on to the next steps and building to the future. 특히 오늘 전반전이랑 후반전이랑 조금 차이점이 있었거든요. 그에 대해서 조금 설명해주고 특히 뭐 halftime에 무슨 말씀이 있었는지 just about the game of two halves, talking about the first half and the second half.
처음에 오히려 한 명이 퇴장당하면서 선수들이 좀 들떴던 것 같습니다. 그래서 좀 준비한 플레이가 안 나왔고 후반전에 좀 더 차분해지자는 얘기를 많이 했고 그에 따라서 준비했던 플레이를 하면서 조금 비등한 경기했던 것 같습니다.
I think the Hong Kong obviously were reduced to 14 men. That actually probably overexcited the Korean players, and maybe that caused a bit of the mistakes and some of the issues that we saw. But in the second half, they were able to calm things down a bit, go back to their practice patterns, the promises they made to one another, and play a good game. Finally, we'll just finish off with just what the future of Korean rugby looks like, and yeah, just final thoughts. 마지막 소감이랑 뭐 앞으로 미래 뭐 이런.
네, 비록 다음 라운드 진출을 못했지만 이제 또 내년을 기약하면서 더 준비 많이 해서 더 좋은 모습 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, unfortunate not to make the next step in the World Rugby qualification, but they'll be back. There'll be another Asian Rugby Championship next year, and Korean rugby will be back stronger. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Korea, Hong Kong with the win. It was a very tight game, but it was a good one. It was a really, really good one. Congratulations to Hong Kong. 2022 Asia Rugby Championship. This has been Hannah Kim, Andre, and Tony. We'll see you next time.